Yeah, I just think about it. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hello.
This week featuring Gus, Jordan, Miles, Jack, and Gus.
Hey.
Gus. He said it twice. It's his thing.
Yeah.
Gus.
No, he's
I
never
don't know
done
when
that
this started.
before.
I don't know. You've been doing it for a while.
I like it.
It's
my
cute.
thing.
How you this
thanks,
evening,
Miles.
Gus? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing well. There's some crazy lightning outside. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh,
Wait,
is it?
really?
It was getting dark when I was driving up. So
Yeah, I
were
ran across the street real fast to drop a deuce before we started the podcast, and I clogged the toilet up. But as I was coming back across to the annex, I saw lightning off in the distance.
We were getting sunshine rain earlier today, which is
Sun showers, as my mother calls them. No one else can call them that. That's okay.
nothing's more terrifying than clogging the toilet at work.
Yeah, especially because I had a deadline. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we are going live in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna
I can't
plunging like
fix
crazy.
No, that's when you call Blaine.
Yeah.
Right, Blaine?
Yeah, there you go.
what
But
Blaine's
yeah,
here for.
that's
So-
frightening. So do you have to get like plunger out and everything, or is
Yeah.
it? Oh,
I
jeez.
plunged it.
Oh, man.
I am not Michael. I did not reach in there and clear it out with my hand.
wait, what?
No. Please tell me you're joking.
You didn't hear that story?
Oh, God.
It's okay. I think I know how it ends.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pass on
Isn't
that.
it an animated adventure?
It's about to be. It will be soon.
So right before we got in here, Brandon, I don't know what prompted this. He walks up to me and goes, have you ever considered, like, if you're a donor, you know, would you be afraid of, like, the donee coming to kill you?
If you're a donor,
Wait.
He's afraid.
donee?
I didn't understand what he was telling me at first. Essentially, he's afraid that if he registers as an organ donor, someone will look at the list of people that they're compatible with and be like, "Oh, Brandon Farmahini has a sweet kidney. I'm coming for him," and then we'll go and kill Brandon and then take said kidney.
That's retarded.
He's afraid of being a donor because of that.
so he's not a donor because he's stupid.
I don't know if he is
Yeah.
a donor and lives in constant fear, or if he's not going
What
to
if
be
it's
a donor
like a
because-
secret? Like, what if you're ruining his cover now and he's like crying, like, no, they outed me. I'm a dead man.
I don't know how logistically that would work. Like, because there's no list of people who are organ donors.
Well,
so
I doubt
unless
that
you
they
know
give that
someone,
out to.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you know someone who's compatible with you, and then you kill them, and you're like,
how does that come
hey,
up
you
in
know that
casual
kidney I
conversation?
need? This guy just died.
Yeah. Also, it's like you'd have to make sure you're the most prime candidate
Yeah,
for it.
exactly. I
You
just
have
have
to kill
know
a
this
lot
guy.
of people.
Yeah.
Like anyone who has the kidney that's
All right,
compatible
he's
with
coming
you.
out.
out.
He's coming out to explain.
God.
I'm
That's
sure.
a whole new-
I'm sure I misquoted you.
That
or
brings
something.
a whole new meaning to kill spread.
All right, so we'll give him a second to get set up over there.
Are you a donor, Gus?
I don't know if I want to say now. Yes, I am.
I am as well. Are you
Coming for your
guys?
eyebrows.
I am.
You-
I
you
like
donor?
my
I don't
eyebrows.
think I am. I've
No?
donated blood before.
My eyebrows are the source of my power.
Why do you think I want them
knew
so
it.
badly?
Yeah.
Now we've talked about this before. I said basically like whenever I die, just strip all the good parts out of me and burn whatever's left.
So the beard.
Yeah, basically.
Burn, take beard,
Yeah.
burn everything else.
No, I want to immortalize. Can we like dip the beard in gold and like leave it somewhere, like they do with like baby shoes, where you just dip them in gold and keep them
should
forever?
We should totally do that.
Same idea.
We should
So,
taxidermy your
What's
beard.
your fear, Brandon?
It's a perfectly reasonable fear. I mean, every time
If
you
you're
go
having
get
to
your
explain
license
your
renewed,
fear,
like,
and
do you
start
want
off
to
with
be an
that.
organ donor? And you're like, what if somebody really important, really rich, like what if Steve Jobs needed a kidney and I was the only match?
Nice picture.
I'm not trying to say it's completely rational, but sometimes you have irrational fears that kind of take over your decision making.
Okay. He described it as irrational, so I'll give him that.
No, it's happening.
When you
I
say
like how
you're
you're like, it's
described
perfectly
it as
reasonable.
irrational.
when
but
you
it's also
say you're
rational.
crazy, then you're off the hook.
Yeah. The first step is admitting.
No, I'm trying to come back to you a little bit, but I do feel like it's a legitimate concern. Like you are on some kind of official list with your blood type. You would have no concern that someone will possibly come after you.
Okay.
Does everyone know their blood
So
type?
someone tweeted that you can
No
only
idea what
donate
it is.
organs if you die or in life support. That's the point. He's
that's what
afraid
he-
that the person's going to kill him
Thank
to
you.
then take the organs.
Thank you.
Or they could
Twitter.
just cut out
Yeah.
the organ they need.
So thanks, Bloomy Zonda on Twitter.
All right, and Brandon just upset Tumblr.
All right, get out of here, Brandon.
No.
oh.
Someone also pointed out, hey guys, Steve Jobs is already dead.
Too soon. Yeah, I know my blood type. Do you know yours?
I don't.
Do you know yours?
I don't know. It's probably like the best one.
I'm
whatever
fairly
it is.
confident I know mine.
I think there's an A and a B, maybe an O in there, and probably a positive or a
That's-
negative.
It's like A, B,
Very
and
unlikely.
O negative.
Well, it's not.
No, I think
those
he's
are.
describing all of the
I was
possibilities.
just listing them all. I don't know.
I thought you were all types.
That's
I may
Dude,
be O
people are going to
positive,
kill you.
negative.
You have valuable blood. It's all types.
Like, I think, isn't O negative the one that
That's-
anyone can use? It's like the universal
think so,
donor.
yeah.
It's O negative.
I believe
It's
I'm
one of the
O
O's.
positive.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
I know that O blood type is sweeter and mosquitoes like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
it's
to
a
know.
problem.
Well, that might be.
You have a
me
lot of
then.
mosquito friends?
Yeah. They're a bunch of leechers.
Shut the fuck up.
Hi, Barbara.
Barbara's the only person laughing in the entire building back there. She's dying.
Hi, Barbara. Hey, we were in a short today. That was cool. Yeah, we released a girls short that we filmed forever ago.
Barbara and I were trying to figure it out earlier. It was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost. I think it was almost a year ago. Yeah.
Gosh, it must have been. I know you guys filmed that when I moved here. So probably.
Oh yeah, I remember I picked you up from the airport when you moved here. You were like, "Yeah, cool. Just take me south. I'm living with Brandon." I was like, "Okay," and then I proceeded to go north on the highway. And you go, Miles, what are you doing? I don't know. I've never driven to the airport before.
I've been here for 10 minutes, and already I know you're going the wrong way.
That was like one of the first times we hung out for an extended period of time.
I remember being
like, man, I fucked it.
I remember being a little concerned that you were picking me up from the airport. I was like, oh, I don't really know Miles. He's like, Brandon, can't you pick me up?
And now you'd never. Now 9 out of 10 times you definitely prefer Miles.
Yeah. And I would have to give him directions, which is fine.
Brandon's telling me it was only 6 months ago. I doubt that.
But yeah, so that was cool. It was fun. It was neat.
Yeah.
Watch it.
That's on. Is that on the best of DVD?
It is on the best of DVD. That was one of 2 bonus shorts. The other one was the infamous Gavin lovemaking short. Really hot. Definitely, children shouldn't watch it. But
it's all about love.
No one should watch that. Not just children. Just avoid it in general.
Poor Gavin.
Have you watched Gavin dive whenever that comes on? I've seen people try to play it for him, and he runs out of the room. He refuses to watch it for some reason. Just when that music kicks in, he just runs.
I'm sure it was awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. It was we've talked about it before, but it was definitely more awkward watching him making out with Sam than it was the dude.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Dude on dude, it's like, oh, this is gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Dude on girl, it's like, oh.
Yeah, it was, she has a husband.
Yeah,
she's married.
She's married to a linebacker.
Yeah.
Punch a hole through his face.
Gavin, run.
Yeah.
So I finally watched all of the Rooster Teeth Vines now that they were compiled and uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
What'd you think?
What'd you think?
They're all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I waited till they were on YouTube.
That's how I feel about
It's like
Vines. I don't know.
It's just I feel like I've drawn the line in the sand about Vine, and I can't change my position.
So you're not a big fan of them either?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something about the fact that they repeat.
I think for the
bothers
most
me.
part, a lot of them are garbage. I like that.
You like Bad Dad?
I do like Bad Dad. I thought the Rooster Teeth ones were fine because they're just quick jokes. It's
Yeah.
just a quick story.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not just some stupid ass bullshit that should be an animated GIF.
It's like a video version of just a comic strip. It's like for people that can't illustrate comic strips, you have a few seconds to tell your punchline.
Well, it's 5-second films, right? And that's all Vine is.
No, it's 6.
6 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Oh,
what
I thought it was
part.
7. Oh, I was giving them too much credit.
6 seconds.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there were 6 seconds.
The
It's
same
1
Instagram.
second intro and 1 second outro. I don't know, whatever. But basically, this took 5-second films and turned it into a program.
And then Mega 64 did a great short about
Oh,
it.
yeah,
1
yeah,
second
yeah.
films. What do they call it? Grape?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that was good.
Instead of Vine.
They released a Beyond Two Souls Mega 64 video.
I
today.
watched that.
Oh,
It
no
was
way.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's difficult to watch.
They had a photo of them up with Eric the actor from the Howard Stern show. Rocco, I think, posted it. Or I guess Mega 64 posted it. But it's Rocco, Sean, and Garrett, I think, with Eric the actor. I don't know if anyone watches
No, I
Howard
don't,
Stern,
yeah.
but it's he's a very interesting dude.
When I was looking at the analytics on the Vines compilation video, and there's a audience engagement, and there's
Is there a peak?
There's a
Hi,
line that goes
Barbs.
across the middle that says average, and it starts out above the middle, and it kind of does this, and then during the X-ray spec short, it's boom, and it goes back down.
It just spikes when Barb is in a bra.
It's total it's just crazy compared to everything else. And Barbara's one who told me about it. I was like, I should look that up. That's not pulling up. Yeah, so yeah, that moment is definitely
It's a weird
engaging
coincidence.
a lot of people.
Engaging a lot of people. That's one way of saying it, I suppose. But yeah, the Vines are interesting. It's kind of cool. I like that. I like how just quick you can just put them out. It's no thought to just shoot it on a camera, boom, it's done. Now I'm all about efficiency and getting it finished.
We didn't have to worry about editing, right? I mean, I don't even know how it works.
Well, it's all
You
in
edit
camera.
on the fly.
Yeah, you only save the portion you want.
I don't know if you can save portions. You got to do it all in, you got to get all 3 parts done.
Oh, really?
If it's 3 shots, you got to get the first 2. And then if you fuck up, Barbara knows. Yeah. Okay.
Get
all
the
right.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
The affirmative.
No, literally,
Barbara
it's
confirms.
the app
Thank you,
is
Barbara.
you push the screen and it records.
Yeah.
And then you let it off and it'll stop. And you push it. And you can do up to 7 seconds. You don't have to do the full 7 seconds.
6.
No, you have to do the full.
No, you don't.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to do the full.
Well, that's bullshit because when I was doing that fucking jumping around thing with Shane, yeah, I went around and it got really tired. It was like, okay, are we done? And Shane's like, no, you got 3 more seconds. I was like, I don't know where else to go. So that's why I ended up going up the stairs.
That's why you went upstairs.
Were you sore
Yeah.
after that? Like you were sore after football?
Yeah.
We
This
played
is pretty bad.
We got a bunch of people together this weekend to play football, and it was the most pathetic excuse for football I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
I
did
in my
great.
entire
When you say play football, you mean you had a football and
There
people
was
were
a
outdoors?
football. We were
You
outside.
played Madden?
It was some sort of,
Yeah.
It was you, me, Barbara,
When we-
Brandon, Aaron, Holly.
when we were trying to look for people, I went to Gus. I was like, hey, Gus, you want to play football this weekend? And you looked at me and go, play? And you were like shocked that you would, you can play football?
That just didn't occur to me.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, y'all, we're fucking posing pictures and like posting them.
There was one
was probably-
picture
that was
at
like
the
two
end of the.
pictures.
That was that
Are there
one.
two?
That's
Yeah.
probably like the
Oh,
most
there's two.
athletic part of that
Okay.
day was posing for the photo.
It was great. Not like 5 minutes after we started playing the game, Brandon's 8-year-old cleats like ripped off of the bottom of his shoes and we're stuck in the.
Well, you actually wore cleats? To, like,
He
just a
did.
pickup
He wore
game?
cleats, and then you
Jesus
guys wore. I showed up.
Christ.
I was like, oh, this will be fun. We'll do a little 2-hand touch. And fucking Jordan's over here with like catcher's
I
gloves
have
or whatever you
NFL
call them. I
receivers
don't.
gloves.
Jesus.
Wait, catcher's glove is a baseball thing.
Receiver.
Yeah.
It is a-
Catcher's mitt.
He
Like-
was wearing
like
gloves. and shit.
receiver's
Yeah.
gloves?
Receivers
It was
gloves.
fun.
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
Sports.
there's the picture.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at all
Brandon's
those
really
athletic
giving it his.
people.
It was a lot of fun though. It was actually
Man,
nice
there was one
outside.
moment. All right, Brandon was on the other team. Those were the teams, and I was covering Brandon when he was like playing receiver. And there's one time where they did like a quick play, and I wasn't covering him, and he was like wide open, and the ball was going to him, and I was like, "Oh no! Oh, he'll drop it."
Sure enough.
It was on cue.
He, like, hit
on
his
cue.
hand.
It hits his hands and falls right off. I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that one coming."
I lost.
Brandon's
it, dude.
saying that he came up with the play. He's very animated in the other room right now.
yeah, he came up with it, but he didn't
He
finish
fucked it up.
Wait, so who were the quarterbacks? Who was throwing the ball?
Oh, we
switched
took
off a
turns.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I scored 2 points.
I
for 2
used-
touchdowns.
I scored 5.
You know, despite my nerdly demeanor, when I was a little kid, you know,
Yeah.
I guess like all little boys in the neighborhood would get together and play football.
Sure.
So I played a lot of
Or
like football
football.
in the street or with friends of mine.
You play a 500 and stuff.
I never learned to fucking throw a football. It's
Really?
like it makes me feel so emasculated every time I try to throw a football.
I
it
can
just
throw a
kinda
football.
Like, and it's like it just bounces like right in front of me. Like, oh, like, give me a baseball. I can throw a baseball.
One of the most hilarious things
you.
I've ever seen is Miles' friend Doyle throw a football.
Also known as Don from previous stories.
AKA Don, yes. He doesn't even have like the form right. He like puts his arm out and like hops and then just chucks it like that.
We spent a good few weekends trying to teach him how to throw a ball. He can kind of not suck now, which is good. So props to Don.
Where'd y'all play? At a park somewhere around here?
Yeah, it
school.
was a school by Brandon's apartment.
Yeah.
The Ann Richards School for Young Women Leaders.
I'm not going to ask why Brandon has an apartment near there. That sounds creepy as hell.
It's a real school.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Man. Not, so you played baseball when you were a kid?
Yeah, I played a bit of baseball.
Yeah.
Second base.
Nice. Well, like how old were you when you stopped?
When I stopped, like 16 maybe.
Oh wow, so you made it almost to high school.
Yeah.
Or that would have been in high school. That's cool.
So
You guys-
I played a lot. I was decent at fielding, but man, at fucking hitting, I suck at hitting. It's like I could bunt the shit out of a baseball, and I was pretty fast. So I could normally make it.
I think you're pretty tall. You can probably run pretty quick, right?
Yeah, so it's like just bunt and just like try to drop it right there in front and just take off running. But as far as like swinging and hitting, I was happy when I was happy when it happened.
I played 1 season of machine pitch baseball growing up, and I
Really?
hit the ball once the entire season. On our last game, I hit it, and it was like way far out in the outfield, and I didn't know what to do because I was just so used to like, okay, I'll strike out, and then I'm gonna go stand in the field for 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll do it again, and then we can go have snow cones. That was baseball to me.
Yeah.
So the first time I hit it, I was like stunned, and I looked around, and everybody just started running, run. So I ran to first base, and then I stopped. I was like, I made it to the base. And I look at my coach, like, keep going. I didn't know what to do.
There were more?
I made it to home.
So you were 17 years old when this happened.
When I was in kindergarten playing t-ball, my mom tells me that when I was like 5 or something that I would play right field, and that like since no one ever hit out there, I would just stand there and play with my zipper. So the whole game I just stand there unzipping and zipping my pants, and she would be yelling at me from the crowd to stop, but I knew she was far away, so I wouldn't stop. I just look at her and keep doing it.
I don't know why.
It's funny. I can see you doing that now. What's Gus out there doing on the right field? Oh, he's just playing with his zipper again.
Just pulling his dick
God
out.
damn it.
Oh.
when I was a kid and I played baseball, there were 2 Jordans on the team, and I would always get confused when they were yelling at, Jordan, cover second base. I'm like, I'm all the way over here, and then I'd go over there, and they weren't talking to me.
So you know how my gamer tag and a bunch of stuff, my nickname for a lot of things is Lunatic? That nickname started in 7th grade when I was on the school basketball team. My school, for whatever reason, was like, they really supported the whole, like, everybody should get a chance to play.
Yeah.
So we had the A team, the B team, and then there was the Go team. And we were on Go team, and the coaches of the Go team weren't allowed to tell kids that they couldn't be on the team. So I was literally on the everybody else that tried out to play basketball team.
We're the blue ribbon team.
And we had so many people that we would have to switch out 5 players every like 2.5 minutes just so that the entire team could play.
Wow.
And my coach,
Y'all weren't very good, were you?
No. My coach called my coach at the time started calling me Lunatic at that point because of my last name. And it wasn't because of like I did something cool. It's because I would make crazy, stupid decisions all the time. I remember I scored a basket one time, and it was like a 3-point basket. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm in middle school, and everything doesn't suck. This is great. And the other team gets the ball, and then I immediately stole it back. I'm like, yeah, everything's turning up, Miles. I made it to half court, and then I tripped on myself and fell in the middle of half court in front of the entire school. And I picked up the ball, and I looked around, and there was this big kid next to me, Matt, who was like, the coolest kid on Go team. He was like, give me the ball.
So not that cool.
And not that cool. And in my head, like everything slowed down. I was like, Miles, whatever you do, don't give Matt the ball. You need to redeem yourself for falling in front of everyone. Make a half court shot. And it was just silence and air ball. And then the buzzer went off. And that's how I got the nickname Lunatic.
There was a particularly embarrassing moment during football this weekend where I was quarterback and threw the ball and like pretty much threw it straight out of bounds, like straight right angle to the right. I was just like, I just turned around and was like, that's not good. Anyway.
Just walk away.
You're really quiet after that play.
If there were an Xbox Live game, you like quit.
Yeah,
Like,
just went out of
I'm not gonna
embarrassment.
finish this.
I almost do that in GTA now because when like if I'm driving like with a bunch of people in a mission and like I crash immediately, I'm like, oh god, I'm so embarrassed. Everyone is complaining about me right now.
Like, I get so embarrassed. Like, I'll take my headset off and like
Yeah.
turn the volume down and sit there. So I was playing last night, and no one that I normally play with was on. So I just started playing with random people with missions. So I got a 2-player mission. So it's like someone else joins the lobby, and I normally don't talk, but I could hear him like, "Hey, you there? You got a headset?" I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So I put my headset on, like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Very gentlemanly.
So we start the mission, and we're like coordinating and stuff. And the guy's like, "You sound really familiar. Do I know you?" And I was like, "No, not at all." He goes, "God, I can almost place it. Your voice is so familiar." And then we go to get in my car in the game, and he looks at my license plate and goes, "Ass man, you're Gus from Rooster Teeth." I got outed by my ass man license plate.
He looks you up in the registry.
Jesus.
I had a moment like that too where I was playing a death match and it was like at the beginning where they like introduced deathmatch and I'm thinking I have to do this because it's part of the game. And it was just me and someone else against 4 other people and I didn't know how to like how everything was working yet.
Yeah, you're still learning.
And so I'm like on a rooftop and I see that there's someone on the radar and I'm like, okay, this person's around here somewhere. So I'm looking on the roof, I'm looking on the ground. Then the guy pops up from behind like a chimney or something and kills me. I'm like, oh man, that was so fucking embarrassing. Then he sends me a message and it says, I love RTAAs. And I'm like, oh, that's even worse. No.
God, have you had people? Well, I guess you don't have a public gamer tag, so
Not
probably
really.
not as bad with you. But like, have you guys had anyone like finding you and taking photos of you in the game?
No.
Like
nothing
cyber
like that.
paparazzi.
Ever
We've had
since,
that actually.
No, that's
ever since
awesome.
that
Yeah, we-
Payday Let's Play, people have been sending me requests.
Yeah,
really
like
funny.
but like when we're
But-
recording GTA stuff, we're in public lobbies. Literally, people will find us and like start trying to take selfies with themselves and us in the background.
Gavin told
It's
that story on the
really
podcast where,
weird.
like,
Yeah,
somebody went up to Michael and took a selfie.
Well, what's funny is like you and I were playing together the other night.
Yeah.
We weren't in the same car. Like we had just finished a mission and we're getting in our separate cars, going our separate ways. Then someone else was driving by and he started like harassing Jordan and chasing him and shooting him. I was like,
Oh yeah.
I chasing him too. He's like, he's with me.
Yeah.
And we like cornered him and killed him.
Yeah.
nice.
I made a mistake when I started playing online because the first car that I happened to get, like once I got out of all the tutorial bullshit, was I think it was the same model as Franklin's motorcycle, and I was like, oh dude, I love driving Franklin's motorcycle in the solo game because I have it all souped up and stuff. I'm gonna do the same thing with this. So I made it the car that's like insured and all that shit.
No.
Back when I had like no money, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give all my money into Franklin's fucking motorcycle. And that's the day I stopped playing with random strangers because if anybody sees another player on a motorcycle, like everybody's following traffic laws, and then all of a sudden you just see like one car just start swerving madly to come and run into you. It's the biggest mistake I've made in the game so far.
Yeah, I actually chose the car that Franklin drives, the Bravado Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
Just
good
because,
car.
yeah, you can soup it up, and
Yeah.
I know it sounds dumb. It's a 4-door, so you can fit your crew in. So you can go on missions, and it's like
There's
it's
room for
pretty
4.
fast.
No, I'd go online and figure out what the best 4-door car was because when we do Let's Play stuff, it's nice to have me able to get 4 people in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So.
so I drive a lot now. It's
Yeah.
like so everyone else is like, oh, I got this little sports car. Like, it's okay.
There's room for research to buy a digital car.
Yeah. No, you had to look. I looked it up online. Like, what's the fastest, most fuel efficient car?
What did you pick?
I drive a Mini Cooper.
I
I
want
know,
to.
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
It's like the Fugitive, I think, is what it's called.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a pretty nice car though. But yeah, my garage, I have like a rainbow of like beautiful cars, and then like my 4-door, and then I've got my motorcycle, and then
Minivan
my
for
starter
soccer.
car too. So, but yeah.
Yeah, Jordan has a Mini Cooper.
Oh yeah.
The first time he drove up, I was like, "This is what you picked."
you
For some reason, there was nothing but those cars around. I was like, I guess the game wants me to pick this one.
Early on, you and I and Finch were playing, and we all ended up in Mini Coopers, and it was like the heist or whatever. Or,
The Italian job.
the
Yeah,
Italian
Italian
job.
job.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like at one point,
was
we
telling me
all
about
like
that.
I was showing them where there was like a super jump or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, follow me. And so Gus and Finch were behind me, and I hit the handbrake and did a perfect 180 spin. And Finch and Gus both spun and landed. We all ended up in a perfect line, all facing the exact same direction. And it was like the coolest thing ever. I was like,
It
oh
was
my
like
god.
totally out of a movie. Like, wow, that was pretty cool.
I love it.
That was so awesome.
There's something about cool video game moments that I just love. It's like you can only retell it to certain people that have played the game. Otherwise, it's like, oh man, one time I stuck this guy in Halo 4. If you tell that to somebody that doesn't play, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Why are you talking to me? Who are you?
I was playing with one of our crew members who's going to remain nameless because I don't want to out him. But I was doing one of those missions where you have to go and like kill the gang members and take the drugs and take it back to Gerald.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's the one in like the LA River, like the canal.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm driving down there and I'm driving real slow because I normally what I'll do is I'll set my car up and then I'll hide behind it and I'll start shooting, taking people out. So I'm like parking my car, I'm getting it turned, so like when I escape it can be already positioned. I get out of my car, I'm sneaking behind it, and I look at the mini map and I see my other crew member driving around. I'm like, what's he doing? And he comes like flying out of the sky and lands his car in the middle of the gang members and instantly gets shot. And I'm like, motherfucker, and his car's just like slowly tilting up to the side. And everyone just turns and looks at me. I'm like, fuck. It's like all this planning I was doing. Nope.
But that's the cool thing about Grand Theft Auto is like the narratives. Like it just creates these narratives for you that don't even exist. And it's like, oh my god, I have these stories to tell about this dumb game that I'm playing. It's amazing. I love it. Like, so what's your like best skill you would say as far as in Grand Theft Auto 5? Like driving, flying, shooting.
I like flying, but my online character hasn't really done it very much. So it's still terrible. I think driving. I've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
I used to be terrible. I'm pretty decent.
I thought I was good at driving, and then there was that mission I was driving Gus and somebody else, and I heard Esther heckling me through your headset. You're like, who's driving? They're terrible. Jesus. And I'm like, oh god.
I gotta say I'm the pilot of Achievement Hunter. Like anytime there's something like a helicopter or a plane or something, I'm usually the one who jumps in. So that's my specialty. I've always been good at flying for some reason. But
To be fair, I wouldn't trust any of the others with piloting something in the air.
getting on a plane with them.
I did a mission, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where you go out to like a remote area in Sandy Shores. You have to steal this private jet. Then you have to go land it in the Sandy Shores airfield.
Okay.
So it was me and this one other guy. We go out there, we kill everyone. Then he tells me to fly the plane. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I don't want to screw this up. I want to make sure I do good. So I get in there, perfect takeoff. I'm like, yeah, flying around the mountain. Kevin is like, oh, I see the airport. I do one pass over it. Then I like turn around so I can line myself up and land properly.
Submit a flight plan.
Lower the landing gear. Fucking beautiful landing. Most perfect landing I've ever done in my life. Plane comes to a slow stop and I'm like, there's cars on the airfield. And I get out of it, and I'm just like surrounded by enemies. I guess I missed the part of the mission where I have to wait for him to clear the airfield before I land. And I just land in the middle of like 5 SUVs of enemies. This fucking blew me up and blew the plane up.
Nice.
So
Do
embarrassing.
you know you can hijack 747s in that game? If you get a helicopter, you can land it on
saw
top
that,
of a
yeah.
plane and hijack it.
Really?
And fly
Yeah.
like the jumbo jets.
You can bane it? Oh my god, that's awesome.
So I haven't done it yet,
Are we
but I've
calling
seen
it
the Mythbusters,
it's
the
called?
Defend the House guys did it. So
Nice.
yeah, we did a thing. I won't spoil it, but we have a thing coming out, things to do in Grand Theft Auto 5 that's hitting hopefully this week, most likely next week, though. That was probably the most fun we've had playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Is it stealing jumbo jets? Because I think you spoiled it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. There is a flying element to it, but it is incredibly funny, and we had a great time. And I think we're going to try to do it again soon. So,
Nice.
anyway, keep your eyes out for it.
You're also working on was it Extra Life stuff?
Yeah. We have Extra Life coming up. That's November 2nd and 3rd. Thank you for bringing that up, Miles. It's a cool charity thing we're doing. It's Extra Life, extra-life.org, and basically you play video games. It's kind of like a walkathon thing where it's like people donate for you to
Except way more fun.
Yeah. So instead of that, we're gonna be streaming video game stuff for 25 hours because it's actually over the
leap year, right?
or not the leap year.
Daylight savings.
So at 3 a.m. So here we go. At 3 a.m. it's going to drop back to 2 a.m. So we actually have 25 hours. But we're going to be streaming live from here on the podcast set. And you can join Team Rooster Teeth. We're all of us in Austin, or at least most of us here in Austin, are we've selected the Dell Children's Hospital, which is like the local children's hospital, the Children's Miracle Network Hospital here in Austin. And but if you want to join, you can join our team, but you don't have to donate to our hospital. You can do one of your local ones if you'd rather do that instead, or you can join us donating to Dell's. But yeah, we're going to be streaming here the whole time. We're going to be rotating people out throughout the whole stream. And I think at one point we may be joining on to the Microsoft Extra Life stream here in a local Austin area, so like the Domain up in Austin. So you can come meet us out there and say hi. But our stream here will be private, just the people who work here. So we're not, no visitors or anything during that. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing giveaways. We have a lot of cool stuff. I know like Razor's donated some stuff to us. We have a bunch of other companies that are sending us stuff that we're going to be giving away when we hit certain milestones as we're playing. So like if we hit a certain, like a goal we hit, we'll like, okay, we're going to give away some Razer, controllers or whatever and stuff like that. And yeah, if you're out there, you want to join, it's extra-life.org/team/Rooster Teeth.
And of course, we'll put it in the link dump.
So it'll be in the link dump. And I'm going to be posting more information about it. It's kind of like a schedule, who's going to be here when. And we're going to be playing games with the community, whoever wants to join in with us. And it's going to be awesome. Jeff and I did it 3 years ago in 2010, and I killed myself doing it. It was rough, but this is going to be a little bit more fun, like a whole mix of people. And should be good times.
Will our new late-night employee be joining?
New late-night employee.
Oh, God, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah.
The rat.
God.
I don't know.
Damn it.
I like everyone thinks there's just one. There's clearly more than just one. So, anyway.
You just blew my mind.
There's a whole family. Yeah. He's got to have a mom and a dad.
The rats.
And they got the motorcycles back there,
I'm glad we finally got a picture of it because it was like talking about
We have a
Bigfoot.
picture?
You didn't see?
Yeah.
Gray tweeted it over the weekend.
No, I didn't see that either.
He said he met the new roommate or whatever it was.
Shit.
Yeah.
We'll pull up the picture and put it in the link dump too. But yeah, Gray snapped a picture of it running across the studio floor.
I have 2 friends that can make a great mousetrap if you ever want help.
Do you want a pet mouse, Aaron?
Yeah.
No more pet mice.
What was his name? Henry?
She's not even listening.
Henry Jr.
No Henry Jr.
Anyway, one last thing about Extra Life.
Oh, sorry.
If you do work for a game company or you're out there and you want to donate something to our stream that we can then give away for charity stuff, you can email community@roosterteeth.com and just email us, give us your information, and we'll take care of that as well. So there you go. But anyway, Extra Life, join it. It's gonna be awesome. And yay, children helping out in charity.
Maybe we could get a download code from the Day 1 Gary's incident, guys. Those guys are pretty cool.
Oh,
Did you guys hear about all that?
Yeah, it was a Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
Yep. So
He put up a video review that was critical of it.
of the Gary's incident,
And
and then that caused an incident
And then it got pulled from YouTube,
by the developers.
By the developer.
claiming copyright infringement.
and they've subsequently apologized, saying,
Did they?
yeah, today they apologized, and they said that they gave him a code for an advanced copy of the game to review it, but they never discussed YouTube monetization.
Bullshit.
So since it was monetized, they pulled it.
Bullshit. Watch
Yeah,
the
but-
video that he posted.
But the fallacy in that argument was there were tons of other videos that were not critical of the game that were on YouTube monetized.
Yep.
His was the only one that was pulled.
Yeah. Total Biscuit posted a very interesting. It's 15 minutes long. If you're interested in,
It's back up now.
More like total
Well, no,
bullshit.
he posted a response video. It's
Yeah,
all about
the response video.
Oh, and then I
monetization
think the
on
original
YouTube.
video is also back up.
So does Total Biscuit do reviews, like straight up actual editorial reviews?
He does. WTF is, and then he'll typically
So, but he
kinda give it a general like, should you buy it? Should you not?
Okay.
type.
Because I haven't watched enough of his stuff to know if he did that or not. Because we don't do reviews for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys
the
just-
closest thing we do is like a This Is, where we kind of explain the game.
Yeah.
but-
I saw someone recently call us out and call us pussies for not doing video game reviews because we didn't want to hurt people's feelings.
That's stupid.
I was like, that's really
here's the deal.
immature. It's like missing the point. We want to celebrate games and talk about stuff
Yeah,
we like.
here's the easiest Rooster Teeth review. If we're playing the game, we like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. If we play a game we don't like it, we just stop playing it. You
Yeah.
know. But if it's a game like, we're going to start playing over and over again. If it's Payday 2, if it's Grand Theft Auto 5, it's like, okay, clearly we like those games, so play those games. So, anyway.
So I'm told we have a picture of the rat. If you guys want
What?
to see it.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
That's
he's
a-
bigger. He's
Oh.
like.
He's a good
that's
size.
above mouse. That is
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a
a
mouse.
rat.
Where is that? That's
That
by
is-
my computer.
That's right underneath you.
oh my god.
Yeah,
That's the green screen.
Yeah, there's the green screen on the left, and that's so that's your desk now, Jordan.
Yeah. The
Shit.
studio is in fucking shambles right now.
Yeah,
because
look-
I moved back
Well,
downstairs.
moving.
Jordan moved over. A bunch of people working on the Gauntlet moved over. Yeah, it's kind of a gauntlet to try and a labyrinth
If you want to see it, they have it in the control room.
to get to anybody's desk down there.
Yeah, it looks like a
Speaking of
nuke went off in the studio. There's just stuff everywhere right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in there the other day and I was like, oh my god, what happened there? Like, oh, this is much better than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, what was it like yesterday?
when I was moving over to that corner and we were like, because Shane was moving and Monty had already moved, like we just like totally like just moved every desk
Yeah.
and started from scratch.
Yeah. Imagine a
And then
nuke went
rebuilt.
off and then all the people that go in the studio are just like, we must rebuild.
Well, the other day I said I was looking for, I think, an Ethernet cable, and I made the joke that I felt like I was in like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, like scavenging for like one valuable part. I was like,
That's what it
was
sifting
like.
through piles of
I'm
shit.
was
like,
making-
hey, I found an HDMI, and Kara's like, give it to
Yeah.
me. It's mine.
I was wheeling and dealing with Carrie because I was like, I had like 2 short Ethernet cables. I was like, I need a longer one. Carrie, I'll trade you both of these for your long cable. And he's like, nah, that's a shitty deal, but I'll take it.
because I like you.
Yeah.
So I guess my wife is drunk and,
Yeah.
and drunk tweeting right now.
Nice.
She just sent one out that says, one time I sat next to Stephen Baldwin at Starbucks. He was screaming into his cell phone, I'm Stephen Baldwin, never put me on hold.
Hi, Esther.
That's fun.
got that to look forward to. So that reminds me of a conversation we had earlier.
What's up?
If you were like trapped in this room that we are in right now and there was no food or water, how long could you live on a bottle of vodka?
Okay. Am I
See,
allowed?
I think it's a dumb question because it's not how long can you last, how much more quickly can you die?
So you
Yeah.
think it's detrimental?
Yeah.
Like, to
Yes.
live longest, you would avoid the vodka altogether.
yeah.
What would the
Well, I mean,
like, what's the city? Is it like
it's all you
literally like
got.
door seal right now, this moment, and we're all like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like nuke went off somewhere we're all injured and shit like that.
I try and live long enough to cause problems for the podcast, and then once I like made your life more difficult, then I just let myself go.
I believe you said I would drink all the vodka and then throw up just to have something to do.
Yeah, if I was just locked in a room with nothing, I might as well just kill some time. And myself. Yeah.
I'll be enjoying that later.
Yeah.
Again.
Go Leaving Las Vegas style and just like down it, try to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's
What
one of
else-
the things we say is like, could you commit suicide if you just
Yeah.
like slam the whole bottle?
It'd be a way out.
What if you just
The
broke the
madness.
bottle and then slit your throat?
No, that's a plastic bottle.
As a jug.
Oh, cheap
Some
vodka.
Tito's?
Yeah.
That's a lot
God
of vodka.
damn
though.
it.
But yeah, if you like beer bonged a whole bottle of vodka, God, that would probably
your
kill
butt.
you.
Ugh.
Right? That gets
Yeah.
you drunker faster?
Yeah, even faster.
Yeah.
Gus knows what's up.
I know how to party.
I was with a friend one time. We went to the beach, and you bring drinks to the beach and stuff. And I don't know why, but somebody decided like to fill up a bunch of water bottles with vodka. I don't know why, but there was vodka in water bottles, and he was absolutely. It was Doyle. He was
Okay, yeah, all right.
absolutely shit faced drunk, and he was desperate to get any water because we're on the beach. So it's like, oh, do we have anything? And he dug through someone's backpack. He's like, oh, Zarka, and just started chugging it, and then realized it was vodka, and immediately got sick.
Oh, Zarka. I love the
Oh,
enthusiasm.
Zarka.
My hero.
But what else were we talking about before the podcast? Oh yeah.
Well, here, let me read this.
Okay, read your thing, read your
Remember
thing.
what you're just about to talk about.
Oh, I will try.
Okay. I want to remind everyone, this episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by...
Dude, I just got a Wii U, And hands down, the greatest feature of having a Wii U is being able to play your games without the television being on.
I saw your
It's incredible.
toilet is just out of reach.
Yeah.
My toilet is 2 feet away from the. I'm seriously, honest to God, thinking about rearranging some of the stuff in the living room just so I can poop and play Rayman Legends at the same time because that game is
Nice.
incredible. Oh my God.
Any chair's a toilet if you try hard enough, though.
That's true. That's true. Wiser words have never been
You're not
spoken.
trying hard enough.
Speaking of Hulu Plus, how quickly does Daily Show pop up on Hulu Plus?
Next day.
It's like next
Day? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've just signed up for it now and I've got it. Have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the
I
Andy
haven't.
Samberg show? It is shockingly good.
Really?
It is really funny.
Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, Andy, no.
That's what it looks like. It looks like one of those Fox shows they just promote like crazy. You watch football, it's like, oh great, another Brooklyn Nine-Nine ad. Then you watch the show, it's like, this is actually a really funny show.
They have another show coming up that seems really ambitious for TV, that Almost Human.
Oh yeah, it's got Carl
Yeah.
Urban. in
Carl
it.
Urban, and I think
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams is executive producer on it. It seems kind of like, it reminds me, I mean, I've just seen like the trailers. It reminds me of like the Automata series of strips from Penny Arcade.
Oh, yeah,
Where it's
kinda.
like the cop with the
The
robot partner.
When we were at New York Comic Con, yeah, we saw ads everywhere for the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for Almost Human. The other show that we saw an ad for was Ironsides. I don't know if you're
That
familiar
show
with
just
this.
got canceled, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
You say it
was
got
seriously,
canceled?
Yeah.
It was seriously like, he's an African-American cop growing up on the bad side of town, and he was a good cop until something happened, and now he's in a wheelchair. But he's not going to let up on crime because he's Ironsides. It was seriously like, if
Like
you
the
watch American
commercials were
Dad,
like-
it was like
That's
like
what I
a
said. I tweeted-
Wheels in the Leg Man.
Yeah, I said
It
it's
was
just a rip off of Wheels in the Leg Man.
God, man, it was just like I could not think of a more cliche
They make it
primetime drama.
They make it so dramatic, and he's
Yeah.
like I roam these streets, and it's just him like it's like a weird like angle of him like just like him like the wheel in his arm like.
Does he have the gun in his hand while he's like rolling the wheelchair as well?
I think he has to put it in his mouth.
There's nothing funny
I'm sure you can put it in his lap. I'm sure it's fine.
He's got like a beer helmet with guns on it.
Does he have like a sweet like catchphrase?
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna think of that
would
for the
it-
rest.
What
I'm
did
gonna
we
think
say?
about it for
We
the
had
rest of
another
the
conversation
podcast.
earlier. What was I talking about?
Was it about
Catchphrases?
bras?
About what?
Bras.
We did talk about bras. What were you talking about? Right before I did the read. You said
I was gonna talk about. We were asking each other what your favorite movie is because that's such a hard question to
I hate that
answer.
question.
Because
Yeah, I don't like that
see,
question.
here's how I rule it out. It's like, what is a movie that, let's say you're just flipping through channels or whatever, you see this movie's on, no matter what you're doing, maybe you pay full attention to it, maybe you just keep it on the background, but you're gonna keep that movie, you're gonna stay on that channel until the movie's over.
I
And
feel
for
like
me,
there's
that's
lots of-
Jaws.
There's lots of movies.
Shaw- Shawshank Redemption.
I know
Shawshank
that
Redemption?
movie. I know that movie because
What is it?
it comes on a lot, but it's just because it comes on a lot. It's not like my favorite movie comes on TV all the time. But if My Cousin Vinny's on
Wow.
HBO,
Two
I'll just
Utes.
leave it on. Like I always have to watch it because I like it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Off the
Yeah.
top of my head, I think of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, it's
Okay.
great film.
Seven. I feel like I've seen Seven a lot lately for some reason. I saw Fight Club again recently. That movie holds up pretty well.
Oh, dude, Fight Club's awesome.
Those HBO movies, like they're cyclical. They
Yeah.
come back in
God,
style. and they're
HBO.
on for
I
a
don't know
while.
why HBO had such a boner for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but it played that shit all the fucking time.
They play all the Harry Potter movies a lot.
God.
You know what I finally saw this weekend?
What's that?
Was Pacific Rim.
What'd you think of it?
It was fine.
Cliche of the movie?
Totally
Yeah.
fine.
No, I mean, you just
I
go.
feel like it's a movie that's like it knows what it is and
Yeah.
it's an
Yeah.
homage
Yeah.
to those
As long as
movies.
you go in expecting that,
yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
I,
but I
I
mean,
thought it was going to be
want some
awful.
one-dimensional
It's tons of
characters
fun.
with some robots fighting
But I
monsters.
mean, like
Fuck
all
yeah.
I wanted, if I could have gotten like the
It's
robot
tons
to
of
like score a touchdown and then spike a football, that would have been like every cliche in the book they managed to get into that movie.
I can't believe you don't like it.
No, I enjoyed it,
That
but it's
seems
just
right
like
up your alley,
Jesus,
No,
really?
it was fucking
And
great.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
15-year-old Gus would have had a boner coming out of
yeah,
that movie.
exactly.
But like, how, okay,
Use the sword.
like how far away are we from the movie that we can talk about little tiny spoilers? Is it far enough away? It's on DVD now, right? So
Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
the fucking sword. They spend this whole movie and it's like all of a
Exactly.
sudden there's a giant sword that
Don't
just
worry
slices
about
through
it.
anything. Like, oh,
'Cause when
what
it
do you think about
happens,
this
They're
fucking
like being
sword?
carried off, and like,
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna die. No, the sword.
That's why it's awesome.
Really?
And then she
Like you
fucking
had it the
pulls
whole
it out.
fucking time?
And she's like, for my family in Japanese.
That
and
was
fucking
fun.
steps.
That was the
That's
best
the best part
for
of
my
the movie.
family.
I love
Jesus
it.
Christ. Fucking Ron Perlman, like Ron Perlman and
movie's
Charlie
great.
Day, like that whole weird
The Charlie Day
subplot.
thing was really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you,
gonna be
did you
Charlie, but if Charlie was smart,
Yeah.
Did you see that clip? There's a clip when the movie first came out where it's a clip from the movie and it's when he's talking to Ron Perlman's character and he's like, Ron Perlman's like, what do you need these parts for? And he's like, I can't tell you because it's classified, but I will say, it is pretty cool. And then like It's Always Sunny music comes on and says Charlie builds a robot. And it's like
That's funny.
I did not see that.
Good lord. Yeah, that movie. I mean, it's a fun movie, and it's like that's like a perfect 3D movie, like just pure popcorn, goofy, stupid movie. But yeah, it's just like, man, it's so cliched. Like, you know,
I looked it up. It only made like $100 million domestically,
Yeah, it didn't do that
but it
well.
was like 300 million international.
yeah. Did you see the trailer for the new Godzilla movie?
No, I
No.
want to.
It looks cool.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, you only see like a brief hint of Godzilla, but it's all just like destruction, and it has like that classic Godzilla roar at the
Oh,
end.
how
and, like,
cliche.
I know.
my
How
God.
does that now?
No,
sound?
I mean,
It's
you're-
exactly the same thing. Classic Godzilla roar and
Yeah.
No,
destruction.
no.
It seems like
a signature sound is much different than Deus Ex Machina sword.
yeah,
okay?
but
No.
it's like oh, it's my brother, and we were so good because we're brothers. Oh, my brother's dead. Oh, now like you've lost your family, and it's like and the Russians who are like stereotypical Russians. It's like and the
As soon as I
three.
saw those Russians and
Yeah.
Chinese, I was like, they're gonna die immediately. These people are not gonna make it.
And then-
they go out together like, oh, this is it. They are not coming back.
And then they have like the Australian assholes who are like they're like the hot shit, and then it's
Yeah,
like
He
Australians
has
are
a dog,
assholes.
so you know he's got a soft
yeah, and
side.
it's like, oh, but that's my son, and it's like,
Well, and then the
Jesus
thing was like
fucking
the
Christ.
Chinese one had like three arms, and two of them were on the same side. I was like, why not put the third one in the middle? Like, why is it like that?
why not just make the third one a sword?
Dude, you don't understand. Hey, you do not understand
Why
the
have
anatomy
arms
of
and
a
don't just have
Jaeger.
swords for arms? Just cut through everything.
You think you know everything you're talking about there, mate?
I will say the
step
idea of
off.
like them building they're building the wall or whatever, and it's
And
like,
he's like,
wall's
"What's the dog
finished, and then it's boom right there. It's like,
Well,
your
the thing I
wall.
don't understand about the wall is like, so what was their strategy? They were just gonna live in these wall cities and give up the rest of the earth. Like,
Whoa. Well, you know, if you
that
watch
sounds
Attack
like a
on
show,
Titan,
yeah.
that's not the most far-fetched idea, okay?
it's like, the oceans, yeah, those used to be cool.
yeah.
Filled with alien monsters now. Don't go over there.
I went to a beach once. I died.
Well, even then, like the end of the I don't want to get to the end of the movie, but there's stuff that's just like, God, it's fucking it's all logic just goes out the window.
Yeah, of course. It's like
Yeah.
it's just
It's
a damn
giant
popcorn
robots
movie.
fighting giant
It's a-
monsters.
it's
Of
a-
course, all logic goes out the window.
All I'm saying is if you have a door, it's like, okay, we know where they're coming from. Let's just wait till they're like in here. Then we'll fuck around with them instead of going right to the source and being like, why don't we just put a giant sword over where they're coming out and just go right through that, you know? But no, that would
That
would make-
movie did something. It was weird where like the people who you wouldn't expect to like it really liked it, and like the the common audience who it was made for didn't
Yeah,
didn't
really
watch
caught
it.
on.
That's why
Yeah.
it didn't do well.
Yeah.
So I think that's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily who they were targeting with that movie.
Worked on me.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well,
Like,
now I'm
I-
excited for Godzilla. I
Yeah.
watched all the Godzilla movies, had the Godzilla toys. It was great.
Yeah, the trailer it's very simple, but it's effective. So anyway.
I finished Pacific Rim and I was like, man, I hope they make a sequel. I was excited.
Yeah.
Atlantic Rim.
No, that exists.
Return of the Australian.
They can make 7 sequels. And then they start getting to like seas, the Black Sea,
Lakes.
Yeah.
Black Sea Rim.
Lake Placid Rim. Giant alligator monsters.
That's like Sharknado territory.
Oh, I need to see that.
Man, so what movies are coming up like this winter? Like what are the big
None.
things coming out?
I don't.
Like I'm trying to think.
No.
Like there's that Walt Disney movie, Saving Mr. Something, or it's the Mary Poppins movie where
Yeah.
Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney, and so like Leah Thompson, I think, is the woman who wrote Mary Poppins.
Was Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks is in
not
that
Leah
movie
Thompson.
Captain
Captain
Phillips right
Phillips.
now.
I want to
Yeah.
see that.
I read an article. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I read an article. Like the crew members of that ship
Yeah.
pretty much call out Captain Phillips as like being a terrible captain and a coward in the whole situation.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Was it captivating? Because that's all I care about.
I don't know. Maybe the movie's good.
Yeah.
Just
it looks.
don't
cool.
think about the real life thing.
Nice pun.
What? What did
Captain-
I say?
I-
Oh
I-
God, fucking.
I thought you did it on
Hey,
purpose.
Babs.
That's why I ignored it.
Ugh.
Captain baiting.
He was their captive. That's why it's captivating.
I mean, I
See,
planned
Gus
it from
is-
the
But
beginning.
like,
Gus
see,
is
I
so
don't understand. Like, so I've had a couple friends see the movie. They say it's fantastic, but it's the same deal where like Titanic, where it's like I know what happens at the end of this movie, so I don't understand how it could be.
It's not about the destination.
Yeah,
It's
it's
about
telling
the
the story.
journey.
I guess so, but at the same time, it sort of takes away from it. It's like if you know what's going to happen at the end, it adds you're not scared. That's why like prequel movies don't work for me. It's like,
But
it's
there's
like,
other
okay,
characters. Captain Phillips isn't the only character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
still,
what
it's
if the other character? There's another character that you like, and you want to know what happens to that character. What if that character ends up dying?
Yeah.
well,
Spoiler.
I don't know.
It's
Probably.
it's literally called Captain Phillips. I imagine it's mostly about him. So I don't know.
Saving
Forrest
Private
Gump,
Ryan.
Forrest
Private
Gump had
Ryan
a lot of
isn't
other
until the
characters.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so take that.
Maybe Captain Phillips is Forrest Gump. Like that, he just ended up on this boat.
It's like another one of his stories.
I know
His crew members would have
That's
you
actually
believe.
like the giant version of Jenny. You know, like his sailboat Jenny is like blown up into like the ship. The Somalian
SS
pirate takes
Jenny.
over. Yeah,
He doesn't know the part.
it's like Jenny 9 or whatever.
These people look nice.
So I don't know how I'm thinking about this. I probably guess we're talking about movies still, but I saw the production budget for Pacific Rim, going back to that, was $190 million.
That's it.
That's a lot of money.
Well, for the amount of
Yeah,
effects
but-
in that movie.
No, yeah, I'm on the same.
I mean, I guess there are no real big actors. I mean, I think Ron Perlman's probably the largest. Like
Ron
most,
Perlman and
Idris
the
Elba?
the Japanese
Idris,
girls. Yeah, Idris
What
Ibra.
else is she in?
Yeah, Idris Elba. The black guy, her dad.
Oh, that's
he was
right.
he was the captain in
Spoiler.
Prometheus, and he was in a couple. I think he was in a couple episodes of The Office.
He's in Thor.
He was in The Wire.
Oh yeah,
was
he was.
Thor.
he's the
He was
gatekeeper of
cool as
Thor.
Dicks.
Yeah,
Stringer
actually,
Bell.
that's a new movie coming out. It's
Where's
the new
Wallace?
Thor movie. Looks pretty cool.
By the way, Brandon and I watched The Wire when I was staying at his place. So like, and in the first season, there's that character Wallace, like the little kid.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I'm about halfway through season 1.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not gonna ruin it. for
Okay.
you.
You're a good man.
I appreciate
Good story.
it.
Good
But
story.
I read that also that the interior like helmet shots in Pacific Rim, like where they're like synced up side by side, that they actually built that room on a 40-foot by 40-foot in a 40-foot by 40-foot room on a giant gimbal, so that it would
that's cool.
actually move and
That's
shake, and they
cool.
could do all those effects practically.
I will say some of the cool stuff in that movie is when they're like linked together and like working together, like walking at the same time. Those crazy things like holding their feet in place.
Yeah.
That was neat. Like that was a cool idea. And the idea of giant robots is just a cool, fun idea. But
Yeah.
why do they gotta look like humans? Like why do the giant robots gotta look like humans?
Some of them didn't look like humans.
That one had 3 arms.
3 arms.
Yeah, well,
The
There's that
ones
one
the
that
Russian
looked-
had was like
Yeah.
crazy.
It looked like he was
Yeah.
wearing a fucking like deep sea diver.
And
What would
it
your
has to look
perfect giant
humans 'cause
robot be?
They're
I don't know.
they're synced with their brain,
I
and they're
guess so,
controlling
yeah,
it with their
makes, yeah,
with their.
it makes sense.
I'd do a giant enemy crab design, but instead of, like
Skitters
one would be
across.
claw just for cool factor, but the other one would be lots of guns.
The other would be a sword.
Crabs are cool. I mean, they're small, but when you think about it, a
Have you ever
crab
seen-
is a cool design.
Have you ever seen
for-
I used to live in Puerto Rico and I'd see crabs all the time. And my favorite thing that I would see some crabs
On
do
who?
is like if there's multiple people around them, they'd use their claws like they were guns. And they'd be like, like they're covering all of you. Don't move!
Oh yeah.
I got a claw for all you
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
they like back away. And they're back-
It's really like that scene out of Finding
Don't try
Nemo.
anything.
Aye.
No, crabs are awesome.
Okay, if you were to make a giant robot based off an animal, what kind of animal would it be?
Giraffe.
Why?
What's
You
Giraffes
can
are cool.
see for really. Man, there's some other way cooler giant robots far over there that are about to kick my ass in about 5 seconds.
There's some enemies up this tree.
Some delicious leaves. Leaves.
They wouldn't
you
fight
gotta-
anything.
You got to go with like a cat, right?
Why?
Like a jaguar or something.
That'd be pretty
like
cool.
super
Fast, low to
stealthy,
the ground.
fast.
Yeah.
How
tons of
stealthy is it
attack.
going to be, though? Because it's a giant robot.
It's a fucking jaguar.
This
It's
remind-
a giant fucking jaguar.
It's going to be stealthier than any other robot out there.
You're giant and a robot. You don't need to be stealthy.
Did you ever watch Zoids?
A little bit of Zoids, more of a Power Rangers
Well, what's
guy.
your incorrect answer then?
Again, giant crab. You're fucking stable.
A
You have
cat-
multiple legs.
A cat will fuck up a crab.
That
no,
is true.
fuck your shit. Why? How? Well, okay. If the cat gets underneath the crab, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cat'll eat the shit out of a
what was
crab.
it- was
you
it
know how?
Vol-
It sneaks up on it.
Was it Voltron that
Crab
had
doesn't see shit coming. Next thing it knows, there's a cat under it.
The crab's too busy pointing its claws at other robots.
Wait, was it
pointing
Voltron that
behind
had
it.
all the cats that turned into the
Yeah.
giant robot?
Yeah.
Never would have lost any fights with the crab. Fucking chess piece right
What about
there.
you, Jack?
I think probably like some sort of like like a tiger or some sort of fast cat-like creature.
Cats. Cats are the
Yeah,
way to
no,
go.
low
Something-
center of gravity, down like
Pterodactyl.
fast moving, quick.
But he's
Pterodactyl?
airborne now.
Pterodactyl.
Do you have some sort of projectile weaponry?
Drop. It's just like an airplane, basically. I was gonna say we invent something where it's like an explosive that drops.
You're really reinventing
Wait.
the wheel here, Joey.
You're way to
Did
think
work for
outside
the
the box.
military.
Wait a minute.
I guess all a pterodactyl could do then is like pick up other robots, take them really high, and drop them. And then the other robots have a secret sword that they finally pull out and then kill you.
Oh damn it!
Jordan.
Surprise
If
wings.
pterodactyl and crab team up, we'll be unstoppable.
Wasn't that the plot from Iron Man 1? Was just like take something and fly up really high with it?
If a pterodactyl held a crab upside down to its belly, then it would cover its weak spot with pterodactyl.
Yeah, he uses the crab legs to grab
Yeah.
on, and then he's got
He's
the
got that
claw.
going
The crab,
on.
you can attack its weak point for massive damage.
What are its weak points?
No, that's
So-
the whole
I
thing.
joke.
yeah, no, I get the.
The weak point would be the belly.
how are you gonna get to the belly?
Flip it over. Get underneath it with a cat.
Yeah.
Well, there's a pterodactyl there.
But yeah,
What
yeah.
now?
My fucking weak point is protected by the belly of a pterodactyl.
Now the weak point's
Your
the back
logic
of the
is flawed.
pterodactyl.
Fuck you.
So your Voltron is just a pterodactyl with a crab attached to it.
Sounds cool to me.
Sounds
Internet,
I
fucking great.
believe-
Thank you for agreeing
I
with me.
can't wait to see the million drawings of this.
Yeah, it's like
It's a
crabadactyl
sound
or
design.
whatever.
In the battles between pterodactyl crab and large robot cats, who would win? That's up for you to decide, Internet. I
Okay, so we
await
just,
your
we
answers.
just wrote Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah, there you go.
We did.
You're welcome, whatever fucking studio made that.
Guillermo del Toro.
I think it was Universal.
Oh, okay. This is kind of random, but I learned the other day. Apparently, the Spy Kids movies and the Machete movies take place in the same universe. Because in all the Spy Kids movies, that actor plays their Uncle Machete.
Yeah, it's Uncle Danny Trejo. plays
Fucking,
it, yeah.
that's awesome. Sorry, that's all. That's all I wanted
don't
to say.
remember that
We
at
can
all.
move on to
So-
any
I-
topic. I just
that
want the
is
people to
awesome.
know
I
that.
saw someone tweet,
I
you
didn't
know,
know that.
on SVU, Richard Belzer just, left the show, so his character retired.
Right, and he's been in like
Detective Munch.
Yeah,
And they said that thanks to him, Law & Order SVU, Homicide: Life on the Streets, The Wire, Sesame Street are all in the same universe.
Yep.
Because Detective Munch has been
Detective
on all
Munch
of
is
those
in
shows.
all those shows. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's
There-
weird.
there's some character that was like on like Twin Peaks or something that's been on tons of shows. I've seen stuff about this where they link all these different shows together, like Family Matters and Full House take place in the same universe or something, or no, Step by Step and Family Matters took place because like Steve Urkel showed up on Step by Step one time and like the sort of this weird universe thing. Someone wrote an article that had like linked like something like 20 or 30 shows together through different characters that have been like jumped over to different cameos and stuff. But
I apologize because I don't know all the details to this story, but I saw on Reddit like years ago. It's either DC or Marvel Comics, one of those two companies. There are two police officers that have been recurring in multiple like different comics done by different like writers and illustrators. Like these two same characters keep showing up in different universes and different like comic books all over the world, and it's like, how is this just like some crazy inside like secret in the comic book illustration universe? What is this? I don't know. I need to look it up.
They're
That's
like
gonna
the
bother me for the rest of
constant
the night.
in multiple parallel universes.
Yeah, exactly. Like they are. Yeah,
These two guys are cops.
yeah.
Everything else, interchangeable.
I think one of them's redheaded.
What
That's
are you
all the
doing over
info I
there,
can
guys?
I'm looking at Twitter. Apparently, there's already a Rooster Teeth Rat Twitter account.
give. T-Rat.
Get away from my
those
desk.
always last for a good probably maybe 2 weeks and they kind of die out. Whoever was running
Just like the rat.
Yeah. Whoever was running Jack's Beard Twitter, like he had it going for a while, and I haven't heard from him in like 6-7 months. So he's
It's
probably
when you shaved it.
he's probably dead.
It's
Yeah.
when you
killed
trimmed
him.
it down.
It's kind of bushy. I'm
killed
growing it out right now for my Halloween costume, and then I'm gonna trim it down afterwards.
Ooh,
So
what are you gonna be for Halloween,
I'm not
Jack?
gonna spoil it.
Oh,
I'll
you
take
suck.
photos. So
Let's take bets on what Jack's gonna be for Halloween.
there's only a few like
Who has
so it's not
beards?
Walter White. I'll tell you, it's not old Walter White. Like
yeah,
No, it's too full of a beard for
yeah,
that.
it's too full for that. But
Um,
anyway, I mean, I was trying to think of
A
good.
Viking.
I was like trying to think of good like beard related costumes I could wear for Halloween.
A Chippendales dancer.
That's it. Gus got it.
I was gonna say
Baby.
he's Meister Pycelle.
What
He
is that?
needs a gray beard for that.
Meister
Beard
Pyzel?
coloring.
From Games of Thrones? Games of Thrones? Game of
Games of
Thrones?
Thrones.
Games of Thrones.
Which one is he?
He's the old guy. He's always, he's in King's Landing. He's on the small
Oh,
council.
like the one who was with the prostitute. Then he like jumped up and was
Yeah.
all like spry, and then
Yeah.
and then he.
Oh,
over at the
yeah.
end.
many kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you remember all those names? There's so many goddamn names.
the
on that show.
books.
You read the books?
I just watched the show with
I'm
captions on.
almost done with book 4.
Before I started
Jesus.
watching, oh wow,
Are there 4 books now, or is
There's
there 5
5 now.
books? So there's a 5th book.
Yeah.
But there's supposed to be 2 more books, right, before it's done.
Yeah.
Jesus.
before I started watching Game of Thrones, like you gave me like you and Aaron and a bunch of people gave me like a lowdown on what was going on in the show. What's the name of the tribal Game of Thrones spoilers? It's been out for a long time. What's the Game of Thrones guy? No, not Targaryen. Dragon Lady's. Okay, Dragon Lady's
Drogo.
husband.
Drogo.
Drogo.
Khal
For the
Drogo.
longest time, I just referred to him as Coma the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't remember his fucking name. So yeah, I don't know how
That's
you
one
remember
thing.
that
Like
shit.
people who are too dumb and don't remember their characters' names, they always come up with funny nicknames for
Yeah.
them.
Like I call you
Aaron
asshole.
Carter.
Yeah, it's great.
No, the nicknames are funny. He complimented you. He called you an idiot, but a funny idiot.
All right, Saint Elsewhere apparently is the show. Thank you, Andrew, for tweeting that. But yeah, apparently there's a character on Saint Elsewhere that links everything together. So if you Google that, you can find a crazy backstory.
There you go.
So there you go. And people are also asking about my shirt. I've noticed.
What's
So
your
this
shirt?
is my "The Dragon Will Be Unleashed" shirt that a fan sent in. So I don't know if you can. There you go.
What-
So I
what's the
forget which
trend?
fan sent it in, but I love this.
Y'all
shirt.
got some really cool
We got some
dolls
awesome.
the other day.
Yeah. Someone made some like stuffed creatures or stuffed animals of all of our Minecraft characters.
Oh,
like
that's
they spent a
awesome.
lot of time on it.
And they have like you squeeze their hand and they say like catchphrases.
Yeah,
What?
there's the voice chips in their hands.
What's
yeah.
your catchphrase?
Mine is surprise, motherfucker.
Oh,
and so like Ray's is let's play. Gavin, I forget what Gavin said, but like Jeff says, I regret hiring you people. But no, the girl who did it apparently like Gavin's character, she spent 50 hours working on it for just like his one
'cause of
little
that skin.
stuff thing, and it's big. I mean, it's a good size.
so
I wish
awesome.
I had it here, but. Anyway, my arms actually fell off. My little trials guy.
got
so
damaged in shipping.
they're getting repaired right now. So.
Yeah, and who knows how long ago this got sent here? They got sent to our fulfillment house.
Oh yeah.
So we
Oh,
only
shit.
stuff that gets sent there. We only get like every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Should we have like a PO box just for like fan stuff? Just be like send it to our PO box.
Then we have to go check the PO box.
Well, then not you or I have to go
Well,
check
they know
it.
the address. They can ship it here.
Well,
Go
yeah,
check the
are you
paperwork,
okay?
Blaine.
But that way, there's an address we can give out and not feel so bad about. Like that address, we kind of want to keep a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
It is out there, but it's something we don't make public.
true.
So, I don't know.
People are guessing lumberjack.
No, not lumberjack.
Oh, that's so good though.
No, it's a specific. It's
It'll be funny if you dress up with a bunch of 2x4s around you with that beard. You're like, I'm lumberjack.
God.
Kara in the other room. Well,
Silence and then Kara.
I tried so hard not to laugh. but,
Oh
like,
my
a little
God.
Got
good
out.
lord.
Come on.
What,
it's a
do
good
you guys
idea.
have? What's everybody doing for Halloween?
I'm having a little get together. Have some people over. Yeah, I think I've invited you guys. You're all welcome to come over.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Wreck Jack's
I don't know.
house.
I don't know if I'm gonna dress
Okay.
up.
Oh, you wouldn't dress up. Come on.
Did you see? I dressed up last year.
What did you dress up as last year?
I bought.
Luigi?
Wait, what were you
Luigi,
last
right?
year?
I went to Target and I bought a little kid's Luigi costume. And it was so small I had to like cut the crotch out so I could even fit it on.
wait, there has to be photos of this.
I tweeted a picture of it last
If
year.
you're not going to dress up, can you at least tell everyone what you were going to do?
I don't know. I still might do it.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to say it.
Okay.
In
Oh
the
my
offhand
God.
chance that it does
Alright.
happen.
Well, you're going as
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, there you
From
go.
The Good, Bad,
And the Ugly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get the poncho.
Yeah.
I could totally see
I have
you
to-
as a Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I have to make the poncho, but
Give me your best Clint Eastwood face. To viewers listening to the audio, it's pretty good.
nah, you don't got to zoom in.
This audio podcast.
So I got. I don't know if we want to cut to it. I've got the. I've
there
got
we go.
the picture of me and
Oh,
Luigi. Is it
Oh,
bigger this way?
man.
No, it's smaller.
What is that?
There we go.
I'd let you clean my pipes,
I love
Gus.
that mustache. That's a
Yeah, that
great
came with
mustache.
it.
That's
I bet
really
you
good.
got so much candy.
Yeah, and you can totally see my dick. There's a bit of a bulge there.
Oh
That's
my
where you keep
God.
your mushrooms.
So see, I do have a sense of humor. I do dress up.
Okay.
So fuck you, Miles
All
Luna.
right. I was proven wrong. That's pretty
Miles,
awesome.
do you have any Halloween costume
Uh,
ideas right now?
I don't know. I might be Jean from Ruby. My friend Dan made a really cool Jean cosplay, but I don't know. I'm still trying to. I don't know what
So
I'm
you're
going to do
as
for
yourself, basically.
Halloween. Kind of. I'm going as the blonde Aryan god version of myself.
You'd have to talk like him the whole night.
I love when
God.
people misunderstand movies.
Like, okay, go on.
Example.
So Corey Tomps tweeted, Grandmaster Pycelle is the villain in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
What?
Obviously, he means the old knight defending the Grail. This person thinks that guy was the villain.
No,
in the Last
that's
Crusade.
another crossed universe, like what we were talking about.
No,
But
he-
no,
he was
no,
a
that
knight,
character's
he was a
not
knight
the
of the Round
bad guy at
Table
all.
/ Nazi. So
He's just the dude waiting there.
Yeah, he's just the guy waiting. He's not a villain.
how bad does it suck to be that guy? By the way, it's
Yeah.
like you've been waiting there for hundreds of years.
Wait,
And
or
all
does
I
he mean
have
the
is this
Nazi?
vodka.
Sorry.
Or does he mean the Nazi? I gotta look
no,
it up.
no. That's
He's the
totally the
he's
knight.
like,
The knight's-
"Oh, you have chosen poorly. Like that's him, right?
If I was him and I was waiting there and somebody came in and chose the wrong one, I would have been like thrilled. I'd be like, I've been waiting so long for someone to do that.
Thank God.
Like, that was awesome.
I would have been like,
You suck.
I'd be like, you chose awesomely.
yeah, you kicked ass. But then, like, so not only that, so Lord knows how many people have shown up to actually, like, try the Grail. Let's say, like, let's say no one had up to that point, right? And so that the one Nazi comes in, drinks it, and he's like, oh, and then he dies. That sucks. Then they find the right one, and then immediately they run out with it and ruin it. And it's like you've waited all that time just to see that. And it's like, and then it fucks it up.
And like it's collapsing around him, and he's just
like-
like, bye.
yeah,
Thanks.
It's like
It's been fun.
He didn't even have internet. You're like, what the fuck did he do all day? Like,
he must have jacked off
Baked
constantly.
in
His
semen.
dick must have just been like,
Dude, that's what was in the bad cup.
God. Jesus Christ.
He's all like, you chose poorly, and then giggles to himself.
he was Walter Donovan.
Walter Donovan. So maybe he was.
was
Maybe
a
he was a
Nazi.
Nazi.
He was the Nazi. I
shit.
I totally called this guy an idiot.
Oh, wow.
But he was right.
Wow.
Nice website, Gus.
I got
Oh shit, that's him.
that's
Yeah.
him. That's Grandmaster.
Holy crap.
Mr. Pycelle.
Oh yeah, I can totally see it now.
Oh, let's do it. There he is.
There you go.
He's looking like a Nazi.
So he was the villain.
He's the one not with the hat on, by the way. if you're
Apologies
watching
to-
at home.
Apologies to Corey Tomps. You are not an idiot. I am an idiot. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Somebody can't remember names from Indiana Jones.
And cut.
And everything.
I like the podcast a lot more when we could edit that shit out. So one of the other things we were talking about before the podcast started was bras.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were
What's
talking
the
about-
deal with front clasp bras?
Yeah. I mean, logistically speaking, I think they're a lot more easy. 'cause
Someone
it's
here,
right
not
here.
naming names, someone here claimed that front clasp bras are for fat people that do not have to reach behind them to unclasp the bra.
But
now,
I-
the female audience here is bursting out laughter. Is that true? Okay,
I
they're
don't
putting
know.
their hands up as
I
a maybe.
I
I don't know, but I
dated a
guess
really
it's funny.
skinny girl once who like preferred to wear front clasp bras. So I there's got to be another reason for
Maybe
it.
you undo it. Maybe it's so guys can do it with their teeth. Just be like, maybe. That's just an idea.
I would pretend like I was a
no,
shark.
I'm getting
Yeah.
nose.
I'd be
I'm
like,
getting nose from the female audience. Can we cut that out? Nope. Shit. All right. I don't know what else. What is?
Or
What
you-
if
I
front
guess
cla-
you
I
could-
was just
I'm being
saying.
told in my ear that I guess it's also for cleavage purposes.
Ah.
How would that
I'm
affect
still getting
cleavage?
nose. Still getting nose from the ladies. Can the girls go on the?
Aaron says yes.
on the
Well,
green
there you
screen.
go.
All right, girls, go on the green screen.
Hey, look at that.
All right. Oh wow! Hey, we got a
Wait,
picture
so
of bras
I don't
on the
understand,
television.
like, how would a front clasp bra affect cleavage though? Like,
I don't know.
I know absolutely nothing when it comes to this
I just
category.
say logistically, it's a lot easier than having to reach behind, because when you have to undo it and you're like in the middle of making out.
it's also
with a
like-
girl,
You're in the
and
middle
you're
of
just
it, and then all of a sudden you're focusing on undoing the bra, and
you
then
forget what you're doing here.
now
and
you just
there's
got a limp tongue in her mouth,
yeah,
and
and,
you don't know what's.
and then you're like, oh, hold on, I got this.
And it's also like a hook and a clasp, whereas on the front it's just like one hand is like pop. You just,
Yeah,
like,
have you ever
snap that
one-handed
shit
it
right
though
off.
on the back because you feel great?
Yeah, but when
once.
you fuck it up, you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hold on,
There's
second.
been
I got this.
there's been numerous times where it's like, I give up. You got to do this.
But seriously, when you're at that point where you're taking off the bra, is you fucking up taking off a bra gonna make the girl go, oh, you can't do this? Man, I was gonna let you fuck me too. Well, have a good night. We have the girls on
All right.
screen. What is the deal with front clasp bras?
See, I agree with the cleavage thing because some front clasp bras have like an adjuster where it can be like spread apart or it can be closer together.
Which one's spread up?
Sorry, what the fuck are they
I don't
standing
know.
in front?
Sometimes
I
it
think
could
they're
be
on the
like
Death
a
Star.
sporting event, and other times it could be like Renaissance Festival.
Okay.
That's the thing that I use for cleavage, is the Renaissance Festival.
Barbara, your thoughts?
The only time I've ever seen a front clasp on a bra is lingerie. I've never actually seen it in like a functional bra
No,
before.
I've seen it in functional bras.
Have you?
Yeah.
See, the theory that it's only for fat or overweight women.
Not
I
gonna-
don't
not
think-
gonna name names
I
as to
don't
who
think
said
that's
it.
true because any girl knows that you clasp it and then flip it.
Yeah. You
So when
turn
you take it
around.
off, you take off the
Dude,
straps.
the
and
first
then
time I saw
flip
that,
it.
I was like, that's how they do it.
God.
It was an eye-opening day.
So maybe it's like, I don't know. For
Well, I know how to undo bras now.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
take
Thank
them
you
off
for
and
sharing
turn 'em.
with us, ladies.
Yes.
That is, we have learned a little
I'm
more
gonna
about.
do it again. Kara's telling me to do it again.
Do the face.
Because you said it was eye-opening.
He
I
was.
like,
The first
"What?"
time I saw the snip and then the flip and then I was like, what? That's how you do it. That's it. I was surprised. And then I
Yeah,
was
so,
like,
yeah, it's just I don't know
boobs.
why I was thinking about that earlier. Just like why are there two different standards? It seems like the front's more convenient, but since it's only the hook, since it's only like a little clasp, it seems like it would be more apt to like popping open accidentally. Whereas the back is like clasp and loop,
I don't
and it's
know.
more
I
secure.
prefer the front clasp boxers. That's my favorite. It's a lot easier to get on and off.
You wear boxers?
Yeah,
I like boxer briefs personally.
I go through back and forth between the two.
I'm just swinging out there like crazy when I wear boxers. I hate it.
If I had a bra, I think I'd want one that clasps on the back.
Why?
I don't know. I'm sitting here just looking.
Wise words
don't
from
know.
Miles Loon.
Feels like, because when you got on the back,
It like pulls
then
them
you
back
can
here
then you come off
instead
and I don't know. I'm
No,
just
I'm
looking
thinking
at right
about
now.
it.
I'm just looking at my boobs.
You're just
I don't-
imagining yourself with boobs.
Yeah. Well, imagining,
No.
dude. Have you seen me without a shirt? I've got boobs.
You're imagining you have good boobs.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing like a little hairy nipple.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But Dustin, one of the animators from who did RB and Ruby, when we were playing football this weekend, I think I started it. We were typically covering each other, and when we'd be on the line before the play started, we would just go, "I'm coming for your nips," and then we would just do like different versions of saying, "I'm going to pinch your nipples," and I don't know. That's how we had fun playing football. Because football isn't fun. We had to make it fun.
That's how you nerds had fun.
We would walk up and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna juice some oranges on those nips, boy."
Surprised
Oddly
you didn't
enough,
make it like a D&D thing where it's like, it's like roll for initiative. I'm gonna catch this play. I get +5 catching.
Oh my God, can we make that game?
sounds
Can we
pretty
do
fun.
that? Can we figure out how to do
Like
that?
turn football into like a D20 type.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh,
You roll before the play. All right, it's gonna be a play action bootleg.
You got like all of your different plays have like percentages. You got to roll a percentile.
all right. And hold on. And yeah, Brandon's gonna drop the ball.
Isn't there a card game or something called like Blood Bowl that's similar to that? It's like a role-playing sports game.
Is there?
I think so. I could be wrong, but it's something actually like that, where it's like you literally have to like roll for initiative over the defense or whatever to advance. I could be wrong on that though.
That is mixing
probably
target
is.
+10
audiences.
zone coverage.
Front clasp are traditionally racer back for tops. I know what each of those words mean.
But together they don't make sense, do they?
Front clasp are traditionally racer back for tops.
It looks like Gus is looking at a puzzle right now. Like, maybe if I stare at this long enough,
How can I solve this riddle?
X
Racer
equals.
A shirt that is like a V in the back.
It's like Battlestar Galactica in the back.
Barber's doing YMCA.
It's like a whale.
I don't.
Okay.
Not making any sense. Katie's not helpful at all. She's just playing her DS.
Just go ahead and check it.
Playing Pokemon? Are you playing Pokemon? Oh, thank God.
No.
You're the only other person.
I gave up on it.
I never
Yeah?
picked it up.
Can I have yours then?
It's digital.
Can I have your DS?
I got very close to
wanna buy
buying
it
it, but I decided against it. And I think
Had you
I'm
played
happy.
Pokemon before?
No, never
See,
have.
then yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing was I've already played a
if
Pokemon game. I already
Yeah.
played Pokemon. And I played Pokemon when I was a target audience, and I absolutely fucking loved it. Why would I want to try and recreate that if it's I don't know? I feel like it wouldn't be the same, you know?
Yeah. If you're not
Oh.
a kid now, or if you weren't in 1995, you're probably going to play Pokemon.
So Gus, you called it like a rock paper scissors game.
Yeah.
How do you
That's
mean
how I
that?
feel about
It's
it.
like water beats fire, fire beats grass, grass beats water.
Because I tried to get
Okay.
back into Pokemon before X and Y came out with Carrie. We played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and the first time we battled each other, he sends out Cyndaquil, I send out I can't remember Totodile, Crocodile. I don't know.
Well, story makes
he
no
He
sense.
sends out fire, I send out water, right? So then he returns and sends out grass. So then I return mine and I send it out fire. And then he returned it. It was just like us switching Pokemon for 10 minutes. Then I was like, I don't think I want to keep playing this, man.
Yeah, it's
I
just like-
really wanted to like it again because I was such a big. I remember one time I told my dad I wanted to buy all the Pokemon toys. He's like, why do you need to buy this toy? And I, honest to God, said, Dad, you got to catch them all. And that's when he told me to get in the car. We're going
Get the
home.
fuck out.
Yeah. We're selling everything.
that reminds me of your Animal Crossing story.
What was my
The moment you realized you were playing too much, where it's like everybody was going
yeah,
out, and you were
so-
like, "No,
yeah,
I have
so-
to wait for the
so
dog
when
to play
new,
the music."
when the new Animal Crossing came out, New Leaf, everybody was losing their shit over Animal Crossing, and everyone was like, "Oh, Miles, aren't you gonna get it?" I said, "No," because when I was in college, I played Animal Crossing for the Wii. I thought it was dumb, but my roommate played it all the time, and one day I was like, "Well, I want to see what's so fun about this." Next thing I know, I'm fucking hitting rocks with shovels. I'm shaking trees, running away from bees, paying off my mortgage, and it was one Saturday night or Friday night or something. My friends came in the room. They're like, "Hey, we're going downtown. You want to come?" And I was like, "Hold on, guys. I need to wait at least like 30 more minutes. There's a dog that's going to come to this cafe and play a song, and I need to be here if I want the music." And then I just sat there, and I realized, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And I turned it off, and I'm never going to play Animal Crossing ever again.
I respect that.
So
I'm not going back to that, man.
we have a Pokemon related video that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. When, I don't know if there's someone in the other room knows if they can tell me.
Soon.
Sometime this week.
Thursday,
Maybe
Sometime this
Thursday.
week.
Maybe, I don't know.
sometime this week.
Sometime this week.
Sometime this week.
We'll have a Pokemon related quiz video.
And we're also going to do a live stream video chat for sponsors again sometime this week, probably Thursday, but sometime this week. It'll be
For what?
people that worked on Ruby because we're off this week for Ruby and RVB. It's essentially we went to New York Comic Con. We had a great panel, small panel though. You know, there was a bunch of people there that I'm sure would have loved to ask questions and hear us talking stuff. So we're just gonna do a little panel from the office. So if you're a sponsor, be sure to tune in. We'll be talking about working on Ruby, working on Red versus Blue, and shit that happened. There's a lot of dumb stuff that happened. We might talk about some things that will be on the DVD that you should keep an eye out for that are great.
Invite the rat to be in the chat.
We sent the rat an invitation. He hasn't gotten back to us yet. We found shreds of paper, but
he doesn't know the password to your computer, Jordan. Why don't you let him on there? Make an account for him, for God's sake.
What does the rat have a name?
As soon as we name it, we're gonna feel bad when we kill it.
I don't think anyone here will
name it
kill
like Hitler. That way you don't feel bad when you kill it.
great.
So the rat's name is Adolf. Can we call the rat Adolf?
The rat is Adolf, and when you kill him, you're like,
We killed Hitler, everyone.
yeah, then people will be happy.
We got him.
If there's any more, name him like Mussolini. You're fucking set.
There you go. All right, so Adolf the rat, we're coming for you.
Nice. Or he might be in the live chat on Thursday or whenever you guys do it. Oh man,
He's really good with words.
I can't believe there's a rat. So people talked about putting traps out to try to catch the rat. I was like, it's not going to work. There's too much damn food in this building.
Yeah.
Like unless it's hungry, it's not going to go after that food. It already has a ton of other ways to eat.
Yeah.
So people need to fucking take the food off their desk and clean up the damn place.
Yeah. Why are you fucking looking at me?
You're
I have a
over there.
cleanly desk.
A cleanly desk?
I don't know.
He
if I
doesn't
use-
even know how to say clean, everybody.
I don't know why I said
suspect
cleanly.
you.
I don't know why I
Suspect
said
that you don't know what clean means.
I had no. My desk is. I just moved downstairs to the studio. I've been keeping that shit clean. I've got too many fucking
Keeping
like
that
toys
shit
on my
clean.
desk. I got Xbox control. I have no.
Yeah, I go
room.
over to your desk sometimes. It's clean.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jordan.
Because you're over here.
Oh, okay.
You're
Well,
nice to look
that
at.
was a little misleading, and I was afraid. For a
Well, I'm
moment.
not sorry.
That's okay. I respect you more for not apologizing.
I won't back out of this.
That's the Gus school of thought.
Yeah.
I've made my position clear. I cannot change it now. I know I'm going to regret it when Vines are super awesome and everyone loves them,
like-
and I'm like, I still have to hate them.
They're
It's
like the medium of the century.
I'm left with this legacy of hate.
I noticed Gus is like, some of your quirks are like rubbing off on me. Like there was one time I was in the annex back when my desk was over here, and there was somebody walking like out of the office to the parking lot, like behind all the other building stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't really know this person. If I walk out now, I'm gonna have to walk by them. I won't say anything, but they'll probably give an awkward hi or something, and I'll just be like, I don't want to deal with that. So I just like waited at the door until
That's totally a Gus thing to do.
Carrie's been rubbing off on me in a similar way.
Whoa,
hey
hey.
now.
Ladies, and by ladies I mean Carrie. No, so the other night, Aaron and I, they just installed like a gas powered like little fire pit outside, like right outside my apartment.
Oh
building.
yeah,
And,
I saw that tweet.
and the other night, I was out there with my buddy. We were hanging out, just enjoying the fire. And then the following night, I was like, "Oh, Aaron, we should do that. We'll make some hot cocoa. It's cool outside." We got like our blankets. We had our mugs. And I walked down the stairs, and I see the fires, and I go, "Oh, somebody's there." And there's just silence. She goes, "What do you want to do?" Let's go back inside. Let's just watch anime. I don't want to have to talk to someone. Carrie's rubbing off of me, man.
On the Austin subreddit, I saw that there's a coffee shop somewhere like off of Riverside.
Uh-huh.
God, I want to say it was called like Brewer's Place or something like that.
Okay.
And they have like $5 make your own s'mores. And they'll bring like a little
Whoa.
sterno lamp to your table and give you like marshmallows and graham crackers and chocolate and like little skewers, and you just like melt it all down and make your own s'mores at the table.
Halcyon on 4th does that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. S'mores are
S'mores are awesome.
something
Watch
about
it.
it.
Watch
Go
your
on.
tongue, sir.
Something about it.
Go on.
Tread
I
lightly.
don't know.
No,
like,
do it. Say it.
See, everything about the s'more is good except for it all comes down to the graham cracker
happiness.
for me. Like you get whatever chocolate's fine, roasted marshmallow that's fine. But if somebody like gets like the honey graham crackers, I'm like, oh, I want the one that's absolutely coated in cinnamon sugar. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Because there's
I
two
know
types
what
of
you're-
graham
I know what
crackers.
you're
There's the honey
talking
ones and the ones that are like fucking terrible for you. You got to get the ones that are fucking terrible for you. Otherwise, I'm just like, I don't even want the graham cracker. Just let the chocolate melt on this, and I'll burn my mouth. And
So-
I'd rather have that.
So there's Big Top, the candy shop on
Yeah.
South Congress. We were out there the other day, and they have s'mores covered in chocolate. So they're like
That
they're
I'd buy
literally-
in a heartbeat.
It's a s'more dipped in chocolate, so it's like a giant block of chocolate, and you bite it, and it's like, oh, there's a s'more inside. Holy shit!
That sounds awesome.
It's one of the most amazing things ever. And they're like, I think they're like $1.50 a piece, but it's totally worth it. So
good.
That sounds incredible.
That whole store is. I go in and I'm like, I want to buy everything in here. Just get like a handful of cherry sours and just throw them in my mouth. Like, that would be so awesome.
We
Without paying for them.
yeah,
run out this building.
or just like run.
We
They have a soda jerk there. So it's fantastic.
speaking of South Congress, we picked up home slice for dinner tonight.
Yeah,
here.
you did.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
I
so
missed
excited.
out on that. I came in late.
Good.
I've been so sore today that it's been hard to like get up and walk around.
From the football.
Yeah. When you texted me that home slice was coming, I hadn't moved so fast like all
It was-
weekend.
yeah.
I got here in an instant and I was like waiting at the door like a puppy waiting for Gus to come home.
It's bad, man. Throughout the podcast, crossing my legs has been difficult.
yeah, so I gotta like
Yeah,
lift
no,
it
I'm
up.
seriously like,
Well, and
But I was like, then it started raining, and I was like, it's been 5 minutes. It's raining. What if Gus crashed? What if something happened to the pizza? What if the pizza's not here, you guys?
thanks.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you're cool too.
It was really weird. Like I walked into home slice. I had my sunglasses on because it was the sun was so bright.
And you're also
I was in
really
there for like
cool.
2 minutes. Then I walk out and it's just like pouring.
yeah,
Like a downpour. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
it's cursed pizza.
The thing about being in the studio now is that the roof's different, and like
Yeah.
when it rains, you can hear.
It's just tin.
Yeah,
like,
you can-
yeah.
you can hear it, and I'm like, is it raining? And then I go out to the main building, and it's like, no, it's not raining because it stopped. But then I look at the window, and the sun's out. I'm like, okay, the sun's out. It's not raining. Yep, there's raindrops in the sun.
Yeah, I think it
So
was
fucking weird.
sunny raining twice today.
Yeah.
Again,
Just because.
sun shower, term coined by
Probably
my
global
mother.
warming.
Oh, and happy birthday to my dad. Yeah, he would like to thank you for the Rooster Teeth animated adventure where you make him look fucking insane.
Does he remember that story?
Oh, he absolutely does. He posted. So my dad made an account so he could make a post, so he could make a comment on the video saying, guys, the Saturday Night Live skit
Right.
I was thinking about was called Debbie Downer. So here's how that relates to. I was like, Dad, nobody's gonna fucking read it.
Don't try to
Welcome to
explain
the
yourself
internet.
there.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be lost.
Yeah.
Good try though. Good game.
You put that explanation in the podcast, and I was like, nah,
Yeah, you cut
edit
that shit out. It's,
edit
fun,
that
it's
out.
funnier
Yeah,
without it. It's funny without it. He goes, I understood why he did it, but I had to explain myself.
Also, I know your dad looks nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I went in and I
But I
see your
think it's
dad.
hilarious.
Your dad. You're drawing my dad, and you gave him like the big handlebar mustache. I go, you realize my dad's like just a really big, kind of large Mexican guy with like Homer Simpson hair, right? And he goes, yeah, but handlebar mustache is funny.
There was something about that mustache that was funny.
I like how you gave me a little baby beard too.
Yeah.
It was growing. It wasn't
Yeah.
quite there yet. So yeah, he would like to thank you for the early birthday present.
Shout out to Mr. Luna.
Shout out to Mr. Luna. Papa
You're
Luna.
welcome.
Now, Jordan, are you prepped for your trip out to Aussie land coming out soon?
Yeah.
Like in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
As
going
far as
soon.
work goes, we're getting there, but I'm super excited.
Are you gonna have to be animating while you're down there?
I hope not. If everything goes well, we'll be good until the week I come back.
So how long you gone for?
We'll be there for 2 weeks, me and Monty, and we'll be going to 3 cities: Brisbane, Melbourne, and Adelaide.
What do you guys think
Nice.
you're gonna do in your downtime?
I'm probably gonna go. I want to go out and see Australia, like
Yeah.
explore the cities, and Monty will probably want to stay in and work.
Well, the great thing, the cool
So,
thing about when you
I'll
go,
be traveling alone.
when you do these events, it's like you've got an event in Brisbane, an event in Adelaide. They're weekend events. The
Right.
week in the middle is like nothing.
Right.
So you can. I mean, you have.
Well, we have something in the middle of the week.
Yeah, you're going to be
on the
going
12th.
doing a presentation in Melbourne at Acme,
Mm-hmm.
but it's awesome because then it's like, oh, okay, I have like this one thing to do, and then I get
Yeah.
to enjoy the city.
I was
awesome.
like when you asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, yeah, what cities are we going to? Brisbane and Adelaide. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm really excited that I get to go. But I was like, I always tell how cool Melbourne is, and I was like, I would have liked to go there. And then Hannaby put together this event, and I was like, of course I would like to do this.
And that Acme is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I love
Acme
that
is
building.
cool as hell.
It's a really cool place.
They've got the
Yeah,
Mad
we're
Max
really
car
excited
inside of it.
What?
They got the Mad Max car because it's an
Ooh,
Australian
that's
film.
cool.
Ah.
Yeah, they have a whole like.
They have an
Australian-
Academy Award in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You
true.
should
You're
see-
telling me about
See
that.
if you can meet the guy from Pacific Rim and his dog.
They died and they're stuffed in there now. They're just fucking taxidermied at the entrance.
But so you guys going
In
out?
memoriam.
You're going out for a supernova, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I did earlier this year, and so Gus, you did that. Well, you did that too with me. Or no, you were. out
You
there
guys
for
went to PAX Australia.
That's right, PAX Australia. But you're doing a Rooster Teeth event out there as well, right?
Yeah, the Rooster Teeth event is in Brisbane.
That's cool.
Tickets on sale now.
I've been told what
Question mark?
Facebook.com/RooTeeth, right, for tickets for that. I have an Australian
Yes.
interest with me.
And tickets are on sale for the Acme panel that Monty are going to be on.
Yeah, it's. I like that you two are doing a panel about animation because your styles are so different.
That's
it's
pretty
like,
cool.
It's gonna be weird because we were thinking about it. I was like, look, we're gonna have to divide this into 2 parts because we can't talk about the same thing. And he's like, no, the principles are there.
You
We'll
guys
talk
should
about the
just
same thing. I was
switch.
like,
No.
whatever.
Do you have him do an action sequence in Flash?
Have you not planned a collaboration yet?
Well,
You
we
have
kinda-
to animate a Monium fight sequence RTAA style.
Oh, you're fucked
Dun,
now
dun,
because
dun,
he said it on the
dun,
fucking
dun, dun,
podcast.
dun,
You got 2 weeks to make it happen.
I'll do my best. I got.
Even if it's
Hey,
just like
no,
30
no,
seconds.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Jordan, I'm gonna give you a secret. All right,
Yeah.
you want to do a badass fight sequence in Flash?
Nothing but camera movements.
Fight Cloud. Just a little cloud. You have some fists come out.
I've incorporated
Who-
fight
it-
clouds
you leave the
before.
rest to the imagination. There you go. That's how Popeye did it.
One winner emerges. Shane is helping me with animated adventures, and I don't know when the one that he worked on is coming out, but there's something pretty cool that he did that's
I
right up his
saw
alley.
that. It was great.
And he was perfect for this. For
Shout
this
out to
I haven't even
Shane.
seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Teaser.
Mwahaha.
Man.
You fucking studio people.
Yeah.
And your secrets.
Come downstairs.
love
and
the
see
studio.
Me.
I go downstairs all the time.
no, you fucking don't. I've never seen you come up. At least in our area.
Gus,
I go to your area all the time.
Gus aims
Ask
me-
Harry. You're the one who's never there.
When have you come down?
I'm always there.
When?
Gus aims me, and then like I'll be working, and then I'll see it, and then I'll read what it says. I'll be like, that's interesting, and then Gus is behind me, telling me about what he sent me.
Because I don't like sending an explanation over AIM. Like I'll send a link,
Yeah.
then I'll go to someone's desk to talk about it. So I did that the other day to Jordan. And he like literally, as I got to his desk, he was clicking on it and loading. I was like, okay, this is really cool. And he's like what? He like jumped on his desk.
That's awesome.
But do you want to tell him what it was I sent you?
He sent me. It was the webpage for Supernova, and on the top of the page they had like a slideshow of guests, and I guess we were assuming it was like Miles. How could you?
I don't know. The microphone just fell on me. It was the pillow.
we were assuming that the slideshow was like top billing of like biggest guests who were there. First one is Mark Addy, the
Robert Baratheon.
Robert
Game of Thrones.
Baratheon from
Nice.
Game of Thrones. Next, Monio. That's pretty cool. Monty deserves it. He's pretty talented. Next, Jordan Cwierz. I'm like, what? What the fuck is that?
Hey, don't sell
What's
yourself
going on?
short.
And then
Don't
they have
sell
a lot
yourself
of-
short.
But then,
A lot of actors you'd recognize.
Yeah.
A lot of like very prominent.
Yeah.
like
Actors.
what's his face from?
It's the guy from Spartacus.
Lost and
The
the Hobbit. The Hobbit dude.
Oh yeah, Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah.
George.
George R.R. Martin
You beat
Yeah,
George
and then
R. R.
George
Martin?
R. R. Martin and
Peter Dinklage.
yeah, Peter Dinklage.
What?
Peter Dinklage
You
is
beat
awesome.
Peter Dinklage
and George R. R. Martin.
and George him too, but Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
Whoa!
I can't explain it.
That's cool.
Can I have your autograph?
Kind
That's
of a big
fucking
deal.
cool.
Gus,
That's badass.
so they just announced PAX Australia too. Next PAX Australia,
It's-
it's over Halloween, right?
It's interesting. I've always
Really?
wanted to do an event Halloween Day because I think like it would make cosplaying increase exponentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because people who wouldn't normally dress up for cosplay, but they're gonna have Halloween costumes anyway. In fact, they're gonna wear them to the event.
But here's the thing: Australia really doesn't do Halloween. Like, it's not a big deal over
That's
there.
like, is that mainly an American thing?
I guess so, but it's not. It's not a huge deal over there. So I don't know. But I mean, you're gonna see cosplayers at PAX anyway. But it's interesting that they moved it back behind PAX Prime, and it's also in that weird sort of spot of like the crunch time for game developers and stuff. So I'm wondering why they made that
Well,
move.
it's a better time of year.
I guess so. I mean, it's kind of like right now it's like spring over there, basically, like the
Right.
weather.
Yeah.
But
And
but
during
they
our
also
summer, it's like
yeah.
con season is.
Yeah, yeah. But
Rampant.
they also
Yeah.
moved it. They physically moved it to a new location, which is like right next to a casino. So that's fantastic.
Oh, that's
Ka-ching.
cool.
So
I heard about this casino that's in Melbourne, and I want to go now.
the Crown is very, very nice. Gus and I made some money there.
Yeah, I love
Monty will
I
not go
love the
with me.
Crown.
I don't know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
gonna do.
you should totally go. Yeah, it's really close to Acme actually. It's probably like a 10, 15-minute walk
Yeah,
maybe.
just up the river.
Yeah.
There's some really nice restaurants on that river too. But yeah, be prepared to spend a lot of money in Australia. Everything is very
Only
very
if you wanna eat.
expensive.
Awesome.
Yeah, only if you want to eat.
That's what
or
it was like
survive.
in New York. I
Yeah.
had no idea it was so expensive. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know.
No, it's like if you want to go to dinner with somebody, if it's like two people going to dinner, expect to spend $50.
I walked into Matt's office with my expense report in hand, just like, so this is how I get fired.
Yeah,
Like, I
Miles
thought
walked
for
in-
sure.
I
You
sit,
spent $300 on pizza?
I sit by Matt, and I could hear Miles walking in going, "I'm so sorry. I'm so
I was
sorry."
like, he's gonna be livid with me. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, New York. Thank you, God.
we also started the Gauntlet back up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
of
yeah, we
course,
did.
yes.
That
Team Rooster
Good
Teeth.
times.
Air 5.
Human
for you.
contact? No?
that was
Barbara.
Babs. Woo.
That was
Team RT.
It was fun. That,
Why were we in the
that
basement?
episode? I don't know why we were in that
Why are we
basement.
in the basement?
Fucking basement.
So things people don't necessarily know about the basement is that we really were in the basement, and there was a sewer pipe that went right above our base.
Yep.
And every now and then we'd have to stop filming because you would hear like the water rushing through it, and you'd be like,
Hold for poop.
fucking gross.
Jesus
Yeah.
And then
Christ.
one time, didn't a drop of water or water fall right in front of you?
Yeah, I was just like, what? There's a drop on the. I want to change seats, Gus.
It was fucking disgusting.
I was
pretty
terrified
gross.
it was gonna like drop on some electrical equipment, and that's how we die.
Yeah, it was.
We got like I remember I sat down in my chair. I was like, is this gonna hold me?
Yeah, the chairs were broken. The
God.
table was broken.
We got the-
it was
we got
hot.
It was
Worst
like there
base.
was no air conditioning.
And then we tried to fix it. You'll have to watch what happens.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, dude, I gotta say to Chris and Brandon and everybody else that's been working on the Gauntlet, they're doing a kick-ass job. Oh, look, a picture of our base. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
so
sharing
if you're
that.
watching
That
home
damn
in the
rooster
base-
was in the way.
Oh my! Oh, the rooster with the teeth on it.
I couldn't
Didn't
see
Lindsay's
anything.
mom make that?
I think you're right.
Did
Yeah.
and yet it still creeped everybody out.
The teeth on it were freaky.
They're like
I remember
real
Joel
teeth, they're
showed
like
up to do
dentures.
his bit. You know, he's showing up. He's like, "All right, yeah, camera's getting set up." He goes, "Does that rooster have teeth? That rooster has teeth. Why does the rooster have
Why
teeth?
did that rooster have teeth?
That's disgusting. Why does the rooster turn that around? I don't want to look at that."
That sounds like Joel.
Yeah, it was. God, it was a fun shoot, man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for next week's episode.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's
It's
a
funny
wild
as
one.
hell too.
Yeah,
Like
next week's
Joel and
episode's
Bernie
gonna
as
be
the
good.
host are fantastic. Like, it's goofy as hell.
Yeah.
But
It was a lot of fun.
indeed,
Yeah,
I like.
that was a fun shoot. I'm glad we did it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go Team RT.
So in that game, I felt like, and then rewatching the footage kind of reminded me. It's like
The King of the
we
Hill
were
game.
doing good.
I know, at the very beginning.
Gavin Free showed up in his fucking Jeep. Like we were in second place. We were in first place
We were
for a
in
while,
first-
and we were
yeah.
doing really well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, we're all heading towards the map, the hill.
Yeah.
And then we're getting run over by ghosts, thanks to Ryan.
Ryan's driving through
and then
the thing.
Gavin's showing
He's
up with
not even-
warthogs. And we're trying to get there, and we couldn't do anything but fight Gavin and Michael the whole fucking time.
Freddie was also
Yeah.
really good on the Ghost too.
Yeah,
He
Freddie was
that
driving
wasn't in
through.
the episode, but he had an
Yeah.
early streak
Yeah.
on that Ghost.
I was like afraid to go into the hill because I was like, I don't know why I'm gonna bother. I'm just gonna get ran over
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
by Ryan or Freddie.
Yeah, Ryan had like a Killtrocity or something, right?
did,
Like
dude.
that he's pretty damn good at video
good.
games.
Yeah.
So
He's good.
like Ray gets a lot of credit, but Ryan's actually pretty damn good. So
Not
Yeah.
good enough.
spoiler.
So yeah, you gotta tune in next week for an interesting episode for sure.
Next
of
week's
The
a
Gauntlet.
lot of fun.
God, dude, I can't wait because I want to talk about it. Everything that happened.
yeah,
Jesus, man.
there's some things that happened during that shoot. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
like
the
the finished
all of it.
edited.
Lord.
Except for one game. We all know the one.
no need to talk about that.
man.
So I think there's going to be 8 episodes of that. I want to say.
Yeah, there's a total of 8 episodes, I believe.
So we got 5 more.
Yeah, this was episode 3 this aired. So.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
I like the intro sequence with the dinosaur and the tiger taking it down.
And then breathing fire dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah.
It
We
made
have
me-
a whole dinosaur theme going this year. The
Yeah, we think of the
Naked Ladies
BNL video.
had volcano dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs
I'm
are
sure that
in.
wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies are in town like this week, right?
Yeah, they have a show on October 24th.
24th.
I
Oh, wow.
believe so.
Cool.
I think we're going to that.
Hooray.
Is that this weekend?
No, I think it's
that-
this Thursday.
it's
The
Thursday.
24th is Thursday.
I don't
so-
know what day it is.
Oh, here's the intro with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
yeah, he's taken out by a tiger.
Who
There you go. There you go. If you get a big robot cat, I stand corrected. That cat.
Oh,
took
yeah,
out the,
that's true.
That
There you
cat
go.
took out the fucking dinosaur.
That dinosaur was not a crab
That's true though.
or pterodactyl.
I would like
But
to think-
pterodactyls are dinosaurs.
That's true.
Yeah,
And the Venn
fair
diagram,
enough.
they fit completely within there. So,
Crab plus pterodactyl.
you see
I
new
would
Jurassic
notice
Park movies coming out?
There
Wait,
is?
what?
Yeah, they're making a new Jurassic Park movie. I think it's coming out.
Is it a
in
reboot or is it like the
2015.
fourth?
I think it's the 4th. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, so I'm very excited.
It's
by
called
I would never have.
This. It's called Jurassic World,
yeah.
Oh,
which
Jesus.
that alone adds a whole bunch of cool possibilities
Okay.
to it. So
All right.
They're not in a park anymore.
it's going to take
Jurassic
place
Park-
in Florida.
The visual effects in those movies hold up
Jurassic, the first
incredibly
Jurassic Park,
well.
absolutely.
My God.
I still get chills when they pull back to the
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Jurassic Park. Oh wait, no, that one's dun 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 dun.
That is it.
Oh my God, dude, I
Dun,
love
dun,
Jurassic.
dun, dun,
I remember
dun.
I begged my dad to take me to Jurassic Park when I was like little, I remember here. My memories of the first Jurassic Park movie are sitting in the theater, sitting in the theater parking lot, eating Jack in the Box tacos, and then going inside. And I was so excited. And as soon as the lights dimmed, I got terrified. I was like, "Oh, the T-Rex is gonna come and eat
Yeah,
everybody."
that movie terrified me as a kid too.
Shoot her! Did you see the fingers?
The T-Rex in the rain, and whenever Newman would get spit on. By
I like how everybody still calls him fucking.
when he got
It was
spit on by-
Nedry.
Nobody cares.
It was
Nobody
Nedry.
cares.
Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight.
God.
Who was also in Space Jam.
Didn't say the magic word.
That's
I've
Sam
searched
Jackson,
for that
too.
as my screen. I want that to be my screensaver. If somebody could make me a screensaver of Newman from Jurassic Park.
That was a very early
Love
Sam
that.
Jackson role too. I guess one of his first I guess his first breakout role was Coming to
Hold on
America.
to your
but-
butts.
Hold on to your
Yeah, he's
butts.
holding on to your butts. He's going smokes the whole time, and then his arm shows up again later
Yeah,
on.
I was really bummed that they just kind of like you saw none of that. It's like, oh, he's got.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here's his arm. I guess he died.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. The whole thing, like if you don't see what happens, like that's what
It
is
makes
even
it
more
scary.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of his role in Deep Blue Sea, where he's standing behind the water, and the fucking
That-
shark just comes out and
That
grabs
is
him.
one of the greatest moments. Like movies never do that. They never do like dramatic hero speech. Fuck you. Like that was great for a pretty ridiculous movie. That was a
And then there's the
genius
shark
moment.
that tries to kill LL Cool J in the oven by turning it on. Come on.
There was a thread on Reddit the other day that was what are some incredible quotes from incredibly bad movies?
Garbage Day.
But no. A seriously good quote was from the Street Fighter movie. I'm gonna paraphrase it. I don't know.
Oh,
the
yeah,
exact
yeah.
But it was the day Bison came to your village was like a horrible moment in your life or a very special moment in your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. That's a sweet fucking line. Like a terrible movie or greatest movie ever, depending
Raul
on who
Julia,
you
man.
are.
That was Raul Julia's last movie.
I know.
That's a fucking line, man. That's a cool
It would
line.
have killed me too.
Raul Julia, this skinny little dude, played M. Bison, who's supposed to be like this giant man. You know.
All right, well, we're at time. It's time to wrap up here.
Oh,
So I want to thank you
Gus.
guys for joining us. We'll be
Thanks for
back
having us.
on Wednesday with an episode of The Patch, and next Monday with another episode of RT Podcast. So thanks for
Yay.
watching or listening.
Bye,
Crab and
everybody.
pterodactyl wins.
Ding.
I eat massive amounts of spaghetti, and I spray myself with cheese. Jeff is one to party, and Gus is one to sneeze, and then die because his sneeze smells bad. It's a Rooster Teeth Podcast.